welcome back to Criminally Stupid, because who needs therapy when you have a podcast? I'm Matt, a host.
I'm Samson, the other one.
And I'm Joey,
the third one. Alright, Samson, what do you got for us today?
I thought you were starting.
I didn't want to fucking start.
No, you're fine. Alright, so, do you guys remember that thing Netflix put out that, like, everyone unanimously hated?
Cuties?
Yeah, cuties.
Oh my god.
Right. Do you remember the guy?
The guy that reviewed it and he goes, she made me feel that way.
Yeah. What is it, that creepy ass guy?
Yeah.
Apparently he gets creepier.
Really?
Yeah.
He has another arc?
Yeah, he was arrested. I forgot what it was for. I think he was assaulting someone for, like, for his views, like his political ideals.
They go, I see we saw you stalking outside a playground. Is it safe to assume you're a My Hero Academia fan?
oh my god.
Oh, that's great.
But seriously, most of the fandom is bad.
What is it? Oh, what's the name of it? He did a video with his, I think it was his then girlfriend.
That was crisp. I just heard you wipe that off the sound box.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sound box.
The box of sound.
No, what is it? He did a video with I think it was his then girlfriend, talking about his previous sexual exploits. And, like, he just looks her in the eyes and goes, my other girlfriend gave me the best sex of my life. You're nothing compared to her.
Yeah, she's like 15.
But yeah, in that video where he talked about cuties, he's like, you're supposed to be conflicted because they're kids and they're hot. And it's like,
no.
Not everyone is an abomination like you are, alright? Maps.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Make all pedos suffer.
No, it's just like, how do you have that much fucking
Confidence?
How do you have the balls to go on, like, a video talking about how you were attracted to kids in this fucking movie?
It's like, I have a hard enough time ordering food through the drive-thru. This motherfucker broadcasted himself admitting he likes children to millions of people. Where the fuck is that confidence?
How do I get that?
Oh, yeah, and then he did a video naked afterwards.
he goes playing with my baby sister.
No, he did a video after making the cuties video, and everyone was like, "You're a fucking weirdo." He was like hopping around naked on camera, and it's like, "I'm a weirdo, huh?"
Because I'm crazy.
I'm brazy.
Because you can't stop me, I'm loco. Fucks his cat. I wouldn't even be surprised.
He's like, I know cat years are different than human years, but still, as long as it's under 15.
Damn.
That was one. I have a couple others. There's become a term. It's kind of like known for the type of people that are online and, like, just weird, and people have, like, crowded around them to see how fucking weird they are.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, 4chan and stuff calls them lol cows, LOLCOWS, because they're milking them for as much retardation as possible.
Well, like Chris Chan or something?
Yeah. Fucking Chris Chan. There's this guy, Dayton Hypernova. He lives with his parents in Virginia. And what is it? They pay him $100 to do an hour's worth of laundry every single week, and he says $100 an hour is less than minimum wage. And then, he was born a man, and then he transitioned to being a female. And what is it? And then just beats up his family members.
Yeah, like, transitioning is fine. Who the fuck cares? Like, be what you want. Be a productive member of society.
And then one of my personal favorites, his name is Pamper Chew.
He's the dude that wears diapers.
Used diapers.
Ew!
And what is it? He got known because he went on a forum for people that wear diapers, and it's like, if you do it in the comfort of your own home, you're a fucking weirdo, but I can't say anything about it. But they went on a forum, and they're like, is it, like, I don't have enough money for a new set of Pampers, like, can I just use some can I just reuse some? And everyone was like, fuck no. And then this guy was like, yeah, dude, I do it all the time. Microwave it, make it a little more warm.
Microwave it?
And that's where he got started. He started doing, like, videos where he would go out with, like, because he had a sugar daddy, basically. Like, a dude that just paid him to be weird, and he got off on that. And what is it? He would go out in public wearing, like a onesie, like a child would wear, and just, like, play in playgrounds with this, like, 40-year-old man, like, calling him daddy or whatever. And that's weird.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And then he did a video where he's doing like a tour of his house, right? And he's got like an adult-sized crib that he sleeps in. And then like it's like he has like a little play place where he's got like all his toys and shit because he's a fucking weirdo. And then it just cuts to his garage and he's like, yeah, I got this jet engine, got this microwave emitter, like.
Because I'm building a death ray. Because I'm a pervert, but also a mad scientist on the side.
Yeah, because it's just like...
Where the fuck do you get a jet engine, though?
He's like, I found it at a junkyard. He goes, I took it home. I'm going to start working on it. He's got, like, a bunch of, like, 80s computers.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like a stereotypical, like, hacker's warehouse.
Oh, the hacker man.
Yeah, just all-time weirdo, that guy. And then Chris Chan, the well-known fucking weirdo of the internet. Do you know about Chris Chan?
No.
Alright, so he's a guy from Virginia who has autism. He's high-functioning, so he's able to talk, he's able to do everything, quote-unquote, normal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he started doing videos of himself because people found him on forums and he talked weird. Like, he just thought it was alright to start, like, doing weird shit. Like, he's known for creating a comic called Sonichu.
Oh my god, I forgot he made that.
And it's a mixture of Sonic and Pikachu. And he says it has nothing to do with either, though.
Not
Doesn't
like
he-
the lightning or the speed or like
Doesn't
anything.
he have, like, a medallion of him? Like,
Yeah,
that he just wears around?
Everywhere he goes, he carries a Crayola Model Magic Sonichu medallion that he made himself.
It's like the Witcher pendant.
Yeah,
Like,
but now he's got like an Etsy, so he like sells them, so you can buy them for like $100 a piece or something. 'Cause,
See, I'm like normal, and like my art, I'm not on Etsy or anything, and my art doesn't sell, and I'm like,
well, no, he's getting fucking bank, but he's so autistic, he doesn't save any of it, and as soon as he gets it, he either spends it on bills or spends it on toys. Like he was begging on the internet. This is more recent because he, I guess it's a she now because he technically transitioned. But what is it? She went on Facebook and was like, she was like, hey guys, I'm having a real hard time. Our mortgage is coming up. I need to pay for it. If you could send any money, that'd be great. And people sent her like $1,000, and he spent 400 of it on a new Transformers toy off of eBay.
That's
"Let's
fucking
transform our
great.
toys on $400.
And then what is it? And then he bought like another $400 like Lego set.
Or like the fucking Death Star or something.
Yeah.
As one does.
He wants to build a Lego Sonichu just so he can fuck it.
No, and then he sells amiibos. He sells amiibos that he customizes. So he'll take like a Sonic amiibo and just paint it yellow to be Sonichu.
Mhm.
And then what is it? But he sells it for like $5 more than like a regular amiibo. So you can just do it yourself.
Oh yeah. That's great.
And then he sells amiibos of himself. But the thing is, he doesn't make himself look like...
He just made the villager, but gave it like a Sonichu medallion and like,
Well, the majority
a
of
half
people,
chub.
you would assume like he would make himself look better,
yeah.
like give himself muscles or something. He still made himself chubby.
I wanted to be realistic.
Like, he just had, like, the villager, but he, like, gave him some chub.
Gave him a gut.
And then gave him the Sonichu medallion. And I was like, yeah, that's me.
That's so funny.
That's great.
Yeah, I just want to talk about a couple of my favorite lol cows.
Couple of weirdos.
Yeah, just a couple of weirdos on the internet.
Alright.
No, yeah, I mean, then Sonichu and, like, Chris Chan, there's a documentary going on by this guy on YouTube. He does hour-long videos, and he's on, like, part 50 right now of all of Chris Chan's life, of all his fuck-ups.
Oh, yeah. I remember that was in, like, the search history for the channel, just, like, part 50.
Yeah, because, what is it? Recently, he got banned from GameStop because he was revolting against Sega for... He was revolting against Sega for... They changed the color of his arms from skin color to blue. And he freaked out. And he ran in there and he, like, posted a picture on the stand or whatever for Sonic Boom. And then, like, painted him beige or something. And then when he was walking out, they're like, all right, call the police. Like, some guy's vandalizing our store. He goes, don't call anybody. And then sprayed, like, just pepper sprays, like a manager there. And what is it? He got taken to court. Like, you know, it's assault, right? And he's like, I'm autistic.
Did he get acquitted?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Because the courts in Virginia don't know what autism is. They're scared.
They were scared of it?
Well, no, he's gone to court because what is it? He got a credit card or whatever. And then what is it? He got the credit card. And then he maxed it out. And then when they were like, all right, you gotta pay now. He's like, no. And they're like, what? And he just stopped talking to him. And then they took him to court, and they're like, he's retarded, though. I mean... So they acquitted him of that. Like, he's just gotten slaps on the wrist. Like, he hasn't gone to jail for... Well, he went to jail because he ran over a dude.
We're just gonna skim over that.
Well, it was when he was younger. He was like he just got out of high school, and he went to, like, a game store, like a place where you can sell magic cards and shit.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon cards, because he's way into Pokemon. And he was playing it, and then he got kicked out because he was taking pictures of the store owner's daughter. Like, just straight up, like, Polaroids.
This dude's just racking up his, like, record.
And then the store owner was like, all right, get the fuck out of my store. Go. And he's like, you'll rue this day.
Did you hit him with a car?
No, he came back and tried to go back in. He's like, you're trespassed. You can't come back here, dude. And he's like, no. He goes, all right, I'm calling the police. And he's like, ugh. And he hops in his mom's car, which his mom was also in. And then the dude was like, stop. Police are coming. They need to tell you you're trespassed. And what is it? Instead of just waiting, ran him over and then left. And then they had to pick him up, and he went to jail for that for like a week.
That's insane.
And then, this is more recent. He was on Twitter. He said he found a stray cat.
Oh my god.
Like, and he's holding this cat, and it's the middle of winter where he's at. So he, like, picked it up, and he's like, oh, I'm taking care of it. And then he kept taking pictures of it. And what is it? He goes, I need help taking care of it. Give me money. And then, like, took a picture of it, and it was dead.
He's just frozen?
Yeah. Like, it died.
I thought he snapped its neck or something.
He went to Twitter, and, like, he was like, holding on to it. And then they realized it was dead because its eyes weren't open. And, like, people were, like, typing that in the comments, like... And he's like, oh, it's dead. And then people stopped donating. And then he was like, oh, just kidding. It's alive. And they're like, what? You can't just say it's dead and then it's dead. You're just trying to get more money. And he's like, no. And then he, like, puppeted it on a Twitter video. Like, it's dead. And he's like, I'm not dead.
And moving its mouth. Goes, no, guys, I'm fine.
Trying to prop his eyes open, but it's frostbitten.
No, he's like, look at it. It's breathing. And he's just, like...
compressing its chest.
Yeah, making it move.
Go, see my hands moving. It's breaking its ribs.
It's like... the fuck is wrong with you?
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's Christian. He's got other stupid shit. But
Oh, yeah, no. Like, that man is a...
gold mine. For entertainment.
Yes.
Criminal stupidity.
Like, when you first hear about it, you're like, oh, they're just making fun of a retard, right? And then you get past it, and you're like, no, he's just a terrible person, too. What?
I'm looking at the list of, like, autists that you have, and then the Onision's at the bottom.
Yeah, he's on there, too, because he's a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, dude's a groomer. Have you seen the video of Chris Hansen rolling up to his house?
Yeah.
Knocks on the door, and he's like, hey, it's Chris Hansen.
Yeah, no, he called the police.
And the police laughed at him.
Yeah, no, the police were like, oh, what's up, Chris?
Yeah. They're like, he called the police. He's like, there's someone outside my house. Like, there's a guy, like, who won't leave me alone. They're like, who? Do you know who it is? He goes,
Chris Hansen.
It's Chris Hansen.
Like, excuse me?
They're like, oh, buddy, you're fucked.
Like, the police were like, you know what he does, right? You know what Chris Hansen is? I'm not on your side here. So yeah, in the newest thing, he has him and his girlfriend, right? Or him and his wife now. And they adopted a 15-year-old. And then they're having sex with
the 15-year-old.
The 15-year-old.
Yes.
So it's technically incest and also technically pedophilia.
God.
Because like she had they're taking they're grooming her because she had like a terrible home life, like an alcoholic parents that left her, terrible home life, so they adopted her, brought her to live with them, and then was like, all right,
let me you want to see my penis?
Yeah. And it's like, he's still roaming the streets,
but for how much longer?
I don't think anybody's willing to. I don't think any lawyer would be willing to go against him.
Who, Onision?
Yeah, no, because a lot of it's hearsay.
Oh, true.
It's like on Twitter and like personal descriptions. There's no.
Isn't that why Chris Hansen was looking into it?
Yeah, well, because he was getting eyewitness testimonies, and then the dude who was like Chris Hansen's assistant took all the info and like deleted it all. Like as a power move.
Really?
Yeah, against Chris Hansen.
It's fucking retarded.
So he had like he had all these eyewitness testimonies saying, yeah, he's a terrible person. He's grooming kids. And then his assistant's like, pay me more. Delete.
I would do it again.
So there's not much to go on.
Oh yeah.
And then another thing, Onision, there was a Canadian pop star that he was his first wife, and he was like Shia or something like that.
Or no, I think that's his. Oh, Shiloh.
Shiloh, that's it. Yeah, Shiloh. And then she was having like mental problems, and he's just videotaping it. Like she's having a nervous breakdown. Like, please, I need help. He's like, I'm just doing this for your safety. And then like zooms in on her face, like, oh, this is a good shot.
Can you do a little spin for me?
And she's just like sitting there, like having a nervous breakdown, like a psychotic episode, like screaming at the walls. And then he's just like, stop. Zooms in, stop it, you're going crazy. And then calls the cops, like, yeah, my wife's being weird. So fucking stupid.
Oh yeah.
That's terrible.
Hold up.
Pedophiles.
So yeah, like they stopped Dateline because they said that they were just catching stupid pedophiles and making smarter ones better at hiding, making it harder for the police to catch pedophiles.
Makes sense.
And then, because the same argument's being used against like people online, like you see people online doing the same thing, basically Dateline, but like YouTube version, where they're like, oh, crazy pedophile being caught, gone sexual.
Gone sexual.
And it's like, because they don't get arrested because they don't have like cops on the ready. They're just like yelling at pedophiles. And it's like, great. You didn't stop him.
Yeah.
You just yelled at him, make him feel a little embarrassed. And maybe if someone sees this video, they'll be pissed at him, but...
There's nothing you can, like, legally do.
Yeah. So it's like, why don't you just leave it to the... Like, I understand it's nice to see a pedophile getting his fucking shit rocked, but it doesn't do much for, like, the cause.
I saw this one thing. It was, we We let immigrants into the States legally.
Aliens versus Predators.
Yeah, to hunt pedophiles. Call that Aliens versus Predators. And I'm all for that. Like, if you hunt down a pedophile, you are 100% a citizen in my eyes.
What is it?
A true American.
Yeah.
There was like that Twitter video. Dude was like the entire video was just him standing there going, I want to hunt down pedophiles. And then like people were just looking for reasons to get mad at him for some reason.
Wait, who?
The dude.
Oh.
And it's like, no, I think that's just an honest thing. You can be like, okay, fuck pedophiles.
Yeah.
But people were like, no, he's probably like a white supremacist. It's like, why? Because he said he hates pedophiles?
Getting your views mixed up, dog.
Yeah.
Wrong fan base.
This is my list.
Should have brought your own. I didn't make one either.
Alright, well, what do you want to talk about, Matt?
Superpowers.
Yeah.
Bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like, what do you mean?
Just like pros and cons. I don't know, what do you guys think would be like a shitty superpower?
Alright, I'll throw out a superhero. And you guys debate on whether the power would be useful. Mr. Fantastic.
Stretching?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like if you know how to control it, but like, you know how...
Okay,
you ever...
okay. Is Mr. Fantastic stretching, or is it like rubber? Like stretch-E or stretch-ing?
Stretching.
Like, does he have the power to extend it, or is it like elastic?
It like Luffy, he just whips his arm back and throws it. No, because he can maneuver himself and like shape himself like Plastic Man.
Oh, okay.
But like
that would be more useful.
Yeah. No, I like Luffy, like, but I don't want to have to wind my arm back like a mile just to throw a punch. Because like, if I'm fighting criminals, I'm just gonna get shot.
Well, he's bulletproof.
Fair enough. Never mind. I'm gonna make them watch me charge up my punch.
He's just like, wait for it. I'm grabbing myself a McDouble. Wait for it. And it's like, oh, do you want fries or anything while I'm at it? Happy Meal toy. I think they do have the Pokemon cards and the dinosaurs.
You just punch him and give him a little dinosaur toy.
Stop. On that chest.
I just did the cringy fucking run under the nose down. What is that?
Sans
under
Peter?
the nose. Sans Peter? No.
That's foul.
What is this from?
I don't know. I think that's just what like fuckboys do. Like you run your finger under your nose and you just give a thumbs down. I had to describe it because we're just voices.
Is that like the fuck boy salute?
But
fuck boy salute. Fuck boy sound off.
What's up, ladies?
But what is it? Like Ralph Dibny, like elongated man. In the Flash show, when he first got his power, he didn't control it. He sneezed and like half his body just went noodle. It's like if you don't have control over that, you're gonna be like a quadriplegic.
Well, yeah, that's what happened to Luffy too. He just relaxed his body too much and just became a puddle. He had to like work out to like make, and he's constantly flexing.
Just to stay formed.
Yeah, because relaxing is what allows him to stretch, and then like tensing up is what makes him contract.
Makes sense. I don't know, like some powers like the Flash would be cool, but like you don't have space technology to protect your legs from super chafing.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I'd just like rub my thighs off.
No, you have to super waddle.
The super gallop.
The super skip.
Yeah, I was gonna say they call him the skip.
I don't know. I'd probably just do it like a frog, I guess.
Hop.
Yeah. You get a further distance per step.
I feel like that consumes so much more energy.
I don't give a shit. Rather that than shave. I don't want to rub my legs raw. Possibly my dick and balls.
How about you, Joey? Any powers?
Who's your favorite superhero?
Next question.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Chris Chan?
The power of supertism?
No.
Society just deems you too stupid to live.
Texas does.
That's fucked.
Oh yeah. I mean like shit like pyrokinesis or like cryokinesis, like fire and ice.
Like the elements.
pyrokinesis could be useful, but only, like, all these powers are useful if you have, like, an immunity yourself to it.
Yeah, like, the dude from My Hero, like, Dobby, it's like, there's a limit to how much you can put out before your skin starts looking like a barbecue. Like, I'd understand that. Like, Endeavor, he just overheats. But...
beats his kids.
Like,
yeah, and beats his kids.
Obviously.
Yeah, he, like, comes home after fighting some criminals and puts a haymaker into his son's temple.
What's Endeavor's kryptonite? You beat his kids first, and he gets pissed.
Yeah.
He goes, that's my job.
What's his kryptonite? A good father. But yeah, like, I don't know. The downside to ice, I guess, would just be, like, cooling
Frostbite?
your... Yeah, frost. You use it too much and your
limbs?
fingers just
yeah,
fall
it's like
off.
your arm freezes and then someone just taps you and you're just like,
Yeah.
what's
After a
Oh,
long,
no.
like after a prolonged battle, your arm's just kind of frozen over, and your buddy slugs you in the shoulder. He's like, "Good job, bro,"
Crumbles.
and it just crumbles.
Like Iceman when he covers his whole body in ice and he just
Like
dies.
you think if someone shot him, he'd just shatter.
It comes out purple. I'd want, like, Frozone powers. Like the Iceman from, like, the 90s Spider-Man show, or whatever that is, like, Spider-Man and Friends, you know, where it's, like, Spider-Man, Starfire, and fucking Iceman or
It
whatever.
wasn't Star.
Phoenix, what's her name?
It was probably that,
Because it
or
was
like
fire,
Firehawk.
ice, and then spider for some reason.
Yeah, no.
The three elements.
Ice, fire, web.
Yeah, because, like, the sliding on ice shit, I think that's cool as hell.
Oh yeah. It's like that's why I thought like Todoroki was cool, because like he could slide, but he could also like do a jet propulsion, like maybe super speed tackle some dude. But
I mean, yeah.
and they kind of just like gave him no weakness.
Yeah. What's his power? Oh, he's edgy.
Oh, his dad beat him.
Or, yeah, just like PTSD from his family.
Oh, what's your weakness? You make your own weakness?
Oh, mental trauma? Ooh.
That sounds like something they can get over in one chapter.
Sounds like you can't.
One
be a
fight,
hero.
and that guy lost his weakness.
Yeah.
One fight with a dude that didn't have a quirk.
The dude that broke his bones with every time he tried to take a step. He goes, "Hey, it's your power."
That's so disrespectful, though.
What?
The dude who has to, like, literally hurt himself in order to use his powers, and you're just like, oh, my dad beats me, so I'm only gonna use half.
Because I'm just gonna freeze you. Just fuck my dad.
Because I love my mom more, even though she poured boiling water on my face.
Yeah, isn't she still in a mental, like,
Yeah,
Uh.
Endeavor put her there. But
locked her up?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
poured boiling water on his face. He goes, "She hurt my masterpiece, so I locked her away."
He goes, damn.
damn,
Kills
lock her up.
Snaps her.
Kills her, and then everyone, like, hears it and just goes, oh, but he's fucking strong.
How do you, like, not get that on the press? Like,
Well,
the
didn't
number
they isn't it just figured out that he, like, almost killed his son and forgot about him, and now he's a
Yeah.
villain?
Yeah,
And
it's
then
like
people are
the
like,
number-
oh, but he can kick ass, though.
no, everyone's pissed now. He's just
Still
chilling.
number one hero, though.
Technically. I don't know how much longer.
It's like, you don't want Hawks there.
No.
oh no.
Alright, wings. Like, Archangel.
I feel like that'd be cool, but like the one thing I'd feel like worried about if I got like the power to fly all of a sudden, like without wings, is what if it just turned off? Like I'm just cruising over the
Yeah,
Atlantic,
you'd have to like,
Have
for the first couple of tries, you'd have to stay
kind
5
of
feet above the ground.
like see how long you can do
just
it.
have Apple Maps just to make sure where you're at.
It's because like I
Well,
don't.
it's like wings. Even if you turn it off, like, even if it's like you have wings but you can fly with like some other thing and you just happen to have wings,
Yeah.
even if that gets cut off, you can glide a little bit.
Oh yeah. Like at least you'll hit the ground going like 50 miles an hour, not like 150.
No, terminal velocity, and then you pull up last second.
All your bones break from the sudden shift.
Or like Falcon.
Or like the metal suit.
Yeah. just a jetpack that happens to look like wings.
It's like, why even bring the wings?
Yeah, just have the
just
jetpack.
have an Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Just a weaker Iron Man
It's
suit.
like he gives them out to basically everyone now.
I mean, I guess it gives him like
I guess, yeah, like better like.
But I mean, if you
Yeah.
got 4 propulsion like boosters on your hands and feet, who the fuck needs wings?
Yeah,
True.
but also that's the thing with like the Iron Man suit. He does like fucking like turns on a dime, and in reality, that just like your guts would fucking shift around too much, and you die from internal bleeding.
Oh yeah.
Like there's that scene like Loki throws him out the window, and like Mark IV or whatever fucking catches him.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls up last second, and he realized his guts would be on the pavement, but he would be up in the air.
It's like, is that my stomach on the ground?
Because it's like you can't just... you can't hit 50 miles an hour going down and turn and go back up. You have to...
Like, slow down and curve a bit.
You can maybe curve that down, but...
It's like, if you stop on a dime, your intestines are coming out of you, dog.
Yeah. Alright, like Professor X. Do you want Professor X powers?
What, being handicapped?
Yeah, you want to be in a wheelchair? A cool one, though.
What's your ability?
Oh, is it a cool one, like the
Yeah.
ones with the slanted wheels?
Yeah, the 90s one where it's like a flying one that's fucking massive.
Yeah, no, I'd get buff like my upper half, like Joe Swanson, and just be like Professor X.
Like Rigby.
Beaver.
Go, hey, beater, and then like
His brain
crush someone's
explodes.
skull. Yeah, just make his head explode.
Just like Rigby, how he like works out a bunch and gets huge, and he's just like crawling like a gorilla.
You just shrivel your legs. Ooh, you're a gorilla.
I'm just Gorilla Grodd with tiny legs.
Puny human.
But I think Professor X would be cool. But like in I haven't seen all of Logan, but parts of it, how Professor X gets like, you know.
Yeah, he
just,
starts
like,
having like seizures and having like telekinetic outbursts.
yeah, if I had that, I just want to be put out of my misery. You know, I don't want to give everyone in a like 5-mile radius a migraine.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I'd walk into the mall and be like, it's headache time.
There's just a line, and you're just like, I go first.
Bazoo! And then you just give them all internal bleeding in their brains.
Just like
Make them all stroke out.
or just like go Inception and just put ideas in their head like that man slept with my wife.
You don't want orange cream.
Just
You
do,
want
like,
strawberry.
Jedi mind tricks.
The guy goes, God? Say you? He goes, yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
I am crippled.
I is vegetable.
What about Magneto?
I think that'd be really cool, because, like, he can control, like, the iron in someone's blood, too.
Yeah, I don't understand. Is it he can control metals, or is it he can control magnetic fields?
I think it's both. But what is it?
Because I've seen him like straight up like bend metal around, and that can be done with magnetic fields. But it'd be a lot easier to explain it if he can just control metals.
I think
Because magnetic fields just pull things and push
Yeah.
things
It
away.
says Magneto is immune with the power to manipulate magnetic fields to achieve a wide range of effects.
So yeah, it'd be a much harder. You'd have to like figure out what the working temperature of metals are.
Yeah, I
It
saw
said-
this meme. It was me with low iron deficiency. Ha, Magneto, you can't stop me now. Him putting a lamppost through my chest and killing me instantly.
It says power is control over magnetism and the manipulation of both ferrous and non-ferrous metal.
Oh, okay.
Damn, bro, we got the ferrous metal.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
I
'Cause
just read what Wikipedia said, alright?
I know, but it's like he has control over magnetic fields, and they had to specify non-ferrous and ferrous because non-ferrous isn't magnetic. So if you see him controlling gold, it's because they're stupid.
Yeah.
Gold or like, is tin magnetic?
Maybe.
I remember some of them aren't. So because it's like if you're supposed to have a gold necklace and you magnetize it, it's not gold. It's just a gold covering, if anything.
Mm-hmm. But like nowadays, there's so many buildings and like cars and stuff. You know, some
Yeah.
guys driving like just robbed a bank and just be like, emergency brake.
I just like to imagine a dude coming up with a handful of quarters, using them as like a Gatling gun, basically.
That's like a railgun power, like that bitch from
Oh, like,
A certain
like
magical
magnetics
index?
where you can make things shoot out
yeah, like
like
just
a railgun.
like I
Like-
just throw out a bunch of pocket change and go bye.
A laundromat.
'Cause, like,
Change cannon.
That chick shoots them so fast they liquefy.
Well, yeah, that's what a railgun does.
Oh, yeah.
Because railguns are using magnetic fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's moving to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, gaining more and more speed. Because it's pulling it, and then also pushing it away.
Remember those?
That redneck railgun?
Yeah, the hicks that built a railgun.
They shot it through a Mazda.
They had a bunch of batteries lined up in the back of a Honda Civic. And they're like, we're going to shoot this at some corn.
Yeah, so a railgun is basically a bunch of magnets, like, railed, and then shooting a piece of metal through it, using electromagnets to propel it.
Like
right?
compress it and then
Yeah.
shoot it out.
Because it's like, gunpowder is expensive. Gunpowder can explode if you're shot. So, if you shoot a railgun, there's no chance of fire happening, and there's no chance of fucking,
Any backlash.
yeah. I mean, it can fucking fail, but if it fails and it fails to shoot, it's not gonna go, cool. It's gonna go, oh, and just fall apart.
Another cool power would be like accelerator, like controlling vectors.
So controlling how, like, the speed of objects, is that it?
Yeah, basically, like, someone throws a punch at him, he can reflect that back.
Yeah, so he just changes which way it's propelling.
Yeah, because, like, he got his own show. Like, he was just walking out of a store and, like, 8 dudes threw a punch at him, and they all broke their wrists. And he's just like...
Well, it's deflection of, like, force.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like...
But he can also manipulate, like, wind and shit, like, because that's moving, I guess.
I think it's just anything that's causing friction.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins. He has, it's a magical ability. Not really superpowers, but it's called Full Counter. And if anyone does a magical ability at him, he can reflect it back and double the damage.
Yeah. Fucking,
There was that one guy from My Hero who could do that. Like,
the double impact thing?
yeah, that dude from Class B.
I can't remember his name.
He's not important.
Just his power, because we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Class B was just so the dude who wrote it could have something else to do.
Yeah.
But he's like, shit. I gave Class 1A the shitty powers. An invisible girl and a dude that can talk to squirrels.
Squirrel Girl's part of My Hero.
How did... They never released how fucking Invisibility Girl got through the test, right?
No.
No.
And especially good enough to get into Class 1.
It's like, unless she was just, like, hopping on, like, tearing out their panels or something, which I don't think she can do.
Or she just walked up wearing shoes up to some robots and she's like, I got these!
Just a pair of floating heels. Robots are like, what the fuck?
Or fucking,
Great.
Squirrel Boy, the dude who can talk to animals.
Oh,
small
Soda.
insects.
Patrick Star.
Because he looks like he would have an awesome power, like fucking, like...
Rocks or something.
Yeah, like moving rocks or something, like kind of like cement toss.
Yeah.
Like that's what it looks like he is, because he's got like a mountain head, and he looks like he's got like rock
and he's
skin.
all blocky and huge and like.
And he's like, no, I just wear khaki shorts and I talk to insects.
Yeah. He goes, I'm actually afraid of half the animals I talk to.
I also don't like talking, so.
They call me mean names.
We could talk about some of the downsides of some of their powers, like.
I just did.
Yeah.
Well,
Still going.
If there's like no animals nearby. Or
What
they
if you're
speak a
just
different
hanging
language.
out downtown? What are you gonna do?
You're gonna call like 4 sparrows over.
Well, it's like, I guess like some would be good, like if you're just hanging out in the country.
You just,
Summon a herd
he
of
works as a
cows.
zookeeper. Some dude tries to rob the zoo and he has a silverback, tear him in half.
I'm gonna steal a cheetah. Not so fast.
What is it, like Bakugo? I feel like it's cool in theory, but like unless he's immune to the sound of his own explosions,
Yeah, that's why
Like-
he's got to scream.
yeah, he's fucking deaf. It's because like one gunshot can like permanently like
Yeah,
give you
definitely.
tinnitus.
Yeah. He's got to be wearing like headphones constantly.
Oh yeah.
He's also got to have some sort of way to stop the propulsion backwards.
Yeah, and if his sweat's explosive, how does he not catch on fire?
That's what I'm saying. Isn't it he has control over what explodes?
Kind of like. What is it? In the first movie, he threw some sweat on this guy and Todoroki blew it up.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering, because I was like, what if he's just like...
He has somewhat control of how it comes
But
out.
why doesn't it also come out of his other pores?
Because his dad only like gets that sweat from his hands too. It's like he has that acid shit.
Isn't
So like
his dad like an accountant?
Oh, I don't know.
No, he's like a fashion designer.
And his mom's a model.
And who's got like glycerin skin. Yeah, his dad just like slaps his hands together and he can like rub his fucking paws, and it just creates small explosions.
He's like,
Slaps his wife's ass.
But imagine that, like he gets it all over and like from his armpits or something. He just holds out he just T-poses and ascends.
Just starts spinning.
Goes like, call this the sprinkler. Does a roundhouse into someone's temple.
Or like Acid Girl. She fucks up, throws it on a good guy.
Yeah.
Ends his life.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, I mean, she can control how bad it is, but, like...
Yeah, but once it's out...
She also slides on it.
It's
well,
like...
yeah, because she could just make it, like, viscous, so she slides on it, and then she's like, acid attack. and then Octopus Boy comes in and goes, wait!
It's like, heroes can't kill, so what the fuck is she gonna do, burn their clothes?
Yeah, heroes can't kill. They have a dude, his entire power is he's got a cat. Almost ends the main bad guy in the first arc.
But it's like, she just runs up to a villain and goes, do the London. Acid attacks him. She just runs up and goes, in it? Bitch, stupid in it. Smells his fucking face.
Wait, he was cool. Why did you acid attack him? He's a villain. He was jaywalking. It's a crime, isn't it?
Crime is still crime in my book.
It's like, what if she accidentally fucks up and makes it too powerful and just eats right through it like a villain, and then gets a kid behind him? Like there's a hostage situation, she just turns them both into a puddle.
Just sprinklers.
Or she's like doing a rescue mission.
Terrorists and civilians are dead.
Just doing a rescue mission carrying a kid. It's okay, I got you. Wait, why is my hand going into your bag?
Yeah, isn't her main method of transportation a snail trail?
Yeah, breakdancing on a snail trail.
Yeah.
And then Tail Boy just knows martial arts and has a tail.
Yeah, it's like...
He just stores the information in his tail.
And it's got like a head, like it's... he's got like... Because the hair on the end kind of just looks like his head.
Yeah, no, it's got a little ball at the
It
end.
just looks like a rat tail.
It's like, homie, just use that as a club. Call yourself the caveman.
He does. He's like, roundhouse tail whip. And it's like, that's not karate.
No.
You just made that up.
He's like a monk, but like a monkey mixed with a kangaroo.
He doesn't, and like half of them don't wear armor.
No, he just wears like a key.
Yeah,
like
he just wears a gi. And then like fucking acid chick, she just wears a bodysuit.
Oh yeah.
With like fur around her neck.
It's like only a couple of them wear armor.
Yeah, like Tanya.
It's like, but bodysuits look cooler. Says dude that has diabetes but also strength.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the sugar guy?
Yeah, just the more sugar he eats, the stronger he can get for a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like half the time he just gets retarded.
And like his teeth fall out and then he can't eat sugar.
His weakness is cavities.
He's just got he has to get it through a straw. He has a catheter.
Oh my god.
It's fucked.
Yeah, oh yeah. What is it? Who's another? Oh yeah, the creation bitch. Like, what if she freezes up and doesn't know what to think? Like, someone's just gonna punch her in the fucking forehead.
What's the chemical makeup of a bomb?
Yeah. She goes, I need to make a sword.
How am I supposed to know?
Wait, what does the sword look like? What do I want it to do?
Holy shit.
They're like, dog, the hostages are already dead. Just go home.
And then she's just wearing like a V bikini.
Oh yeah, no. She's
shows
like,
her tits half the fights.
It's like she can make shit out of her arms, but half the time she just does it out of her tits.
Well, it's like...
Yeah, she just opens up her shirt and she's like, oh, look, I'm making something.
It's like two of the homies in that show. Two of them are wearing armor.
Oh, yeah. They're like...
Dude who has the naval laser where shit comes out his belly button.
He's just Cyclops, but shitty.
Or the shitty Flash.
Well, yeah, what is it? They like...
I don't understand when Ito runs, why his back doesn't just flop.
And
while his legs are running forward.
His gas is just orange juice.
Yeah. What is it? Someone just walks up to the creation bitch and they're like, what's your superpower? She goes, I get sexualized by the fandom.
Fandom tries to ship me with Jiro, the earphone girl.
It's like, what's up with all of them wanting to make him gay?
That earphone bitch.
Oh yeah.
Get earphones for fucking the dangly bits on your ear.
But my iPhone doesn't have it on.
Yeah, it's like that'd be cool for like iPods and stuff up until like the new iPhones
it's
came
funny.
out.
Half of them are having arcs where they're just realizing, oh, I don't want to be a hero.
Yeah.
I want to do anything else.
I'm just here for the money.
Oh, I want to be a zookeeper. I want to be a rock star. I don't want to die.
I just want to run.
Monetta's whole thing is like he just
and
I
how
just want
little
Koshi.
heroes are there that when a big fight's happening, only like 12 show up, and then you have to get the whole high school class to come.
I know.
Is there a back? Is there? Where was Gunhead? Like, I understand he can't do much, but you can jump. Like, you can just group up.
Yeah, and like Snipe, can he just like lock onto people? And
Oh yeah, no. Like I bet he was out in the battlefield just like taking people out.
Yeah, he's just like McCree, but like at all times, just like it's high noon.
He goes, all right, cement toss. I'm out of bullets.
He goes, I ran out of ammo. I'm going home.
I don't know how many you think I can carry on me, but we've been doing this for 4 hours. I'm out. I'm just pistol whipping people.
Yeah, no. Like he shoots a bullet and they're like, dog, you shot up in the sky. He goes, nah, I just killed 4 people in the air.
Because you think no heroes can fly?
It's like a bird just drops on the ground, but it's like
Kills a bald eagle.
And why doesn't America help out? They see that like a world-ending villain's happening. Where's Captain Celebrity or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Or the Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's in the fucking My Hero verse.
What?
Yeah, Spider-Man. Fucking remember Scotch Tape?
Oh yeah.
He's like in the things where he was doing a biography. He goes, his hero is a dude from America that has like web slinging powers.
Oh yeah.
So it's like Spider-Man's just in America.
Yeah.
And Captain Celebrity, who's just Superman. Where are they at? No, it's Japan's problem.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Like there's literally a guy with a world-ending quirk, and they're like, "Ooh, not us."
Damn, I got to deal with small-town bank robbers.
Oh yeah, I gotta go film a commercial for Red Bull.
It's like Kaminari, like the electric dude. It's like he fucks up. He's frying everyone around him. It's like he has no control. Like he only has 3
You
of
don't
those.
teach him control.
Yeah, no.
Like half the time, I just see him in class like doing homework.
Yeah, he's just got batteries just jacked up to him, charging people's phones, and he's just screaming at the top of his lungs, and they're like, "Keep going, you got this."
It's like
They're like, train your quirk. He goes, okay.
he just
Just clicks him to his nipples. He's just like, "Let's do it."
he's got that like pointer shooter disc, and that only has like 3 rounds.
Misses, hits Midoriya.
Yeah,
kills
it's
him.
like those only work within like 10 meters of him. So like, fuck's he gonna do if people are like away from him?
Yeah, and he
No,
just
it's like-
shoots it into a metal
Well,
wall.
because it's like a taser. If,
Yeah.
if one doesn't hit, it doesn't complete the circuit. It's like it would be like wireless electricity where it's going through the air but you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that steps in that field
It's
gets brain
fucking
dead.
fried. They just get lobotomized.
Because the thing, like they're like, why do we have a wireless electricity? They like if they made a like wire like electric poles like they do now. If you walked past those, you'd be brain dead on sight. So there'd just be piles of bodies of hitchhikers.
Yeah. It's like, at least, you know, my Xbox is plugged in and I can still play games.
It's like fucking, what is it? Bakugo fucks up and it's like shoots an explosion, explodes a building behind the villain.
Yeah.
He just hears the screams of the children dying as they fall from their apartment buildings, and he just goes, huh, "Killed the villain though."
I'm number 1. That's terrible.
Never talks about being number 1 hero as he kills thousands, fries them, melts them in place.
It's like,
Yeah, they do a lot of destructive power, but like, where's like the frog girl? She's useful in every other situation besides combat.
like she's got like camouflage, toxic spit.
She's
And she gets
dexterous.
Yeah.
hold stuff in her stomach
she's
and stick to
stealthy.
walls.
What is it? She can help people.
Yeah.
It's like Bakugo running in trying to save civilians, tries to shoot himself out, hits like 12 other people.
He
Or if he's carrying someone and just blasts behind him, they're probably like, burnt toast.
Yeah, like imagine he just stopped a villain and everyone's like gathering around him like, good job. He goes, move the fuck back, I'm taking off, and he just blows their feet off. He just propels himself and caps everyone in the vicinity.
Busts all their eardrums.
Yeah. It's like he may have an immunity to the blast. Everyone around him's going deaf.
Yeah.
Because
It's like yes, they're good powers for fighting, but only when it happens when there's nothing else around.
It's like if you think about it, like the gauntlets he's got. If someone were to break those, like shoot that with a gun, that man's a walking propane tank, and I don't think he could survive that. Like anyone around him, like his allies he's teaming up with, they're shish kebab, like they're barbecued.
Isn't that what happens? What is it? Because in the movie, didn't he team up with like Kaminari and like
Kirishima?
Yeah, Kirishima, and then like he's just murking people while they're in the back, like wow,
Yeah,
that's
cool.
working. Like Kaminari is like the only one that can handle it, or not Kaminari. Kirishima's the only one that can handle it because that man can't die, right?
I mean, as long as he's like holding his breath, like he has to tense up. He just stays flexed.
Stay flex and hit the gym.
It's like the only downside for that power is like endurance, I guess. Because other than that, like you're bulletproof. Like it's a lot better than the steel guy because he gets iron fatigue. Like that man has to eat iron.
Just
to
the fact that conduct electricity or takes heat well.
Yeah, no, like he in the joint training arc that's going to be like showing like the 5th season of the anime is coming up. Todoroki turns him bright red, like hits him with a flamethrower attack, and he's like, he has to book it because he's about to melt. He goes, like,
he handles heat well, so he's got to let it dissipate.
Yeah, no, like he came out red. It's like if he were to unmetal, like just like unsteel, would he just die?
Yes.
Like he just boils himself.
Well, it's like I imagine it's like the like Reverse Flash. He did like an entire like arc where he did like an entire comic series where his brain was shot through.
Oh yeah, like
and he was trying to get revenge on Barry.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the Flashpoint movie too?
Yeah.
Because he's like at the very end, he's like, yeah, the only reason I'm not dead yet is because I'm moving at super speed.
He's like I'm flexing all of the time.
He's like, I have a temporal paradox around my head, so I'm not technically dead yet. And then he fucks up and goes, oh shit.
I forgot to maintain it.
That's crazy.
Or like Flash, where you can punch as fast as hell, but if you punch anything harder than a person's skin, you're breaking your hands.
Yeah. It's like, apparently he can phase through walls, but like, imagine you just lose focus doing that and your legs just encased in concrete.
Like the one motherfucker, Mirio?
Yeah, phasing. Like
can he not see when he's in there?
Yeah,
he
all his senses.
Yeah, he can't breathe either. Air escapes him because there's no air underground. So like,
he's just
guessing.
And his lungs are phasing, so no oxygen can go in.
Yeah, so like he goes down there and like.
But doesn't he shoot out when he lets go?
Yeah, like if he just rematerializes, he's like, something about physics. I just get repelled up. No, if you were to
you're just no clipping.
But yeah, what is it when he first showed his power? They're like, that's like a game cheat.
Like that man's just cheating.
But yeah, no. If that were realistic, when he went to unstick instead, like
he just
6 feet under.
Just be frozen in the ground,
and then he just fall immediately every single time because the ground's no longer a problem. So he just goes, oh shit. Yeah,
he just fall through the other side of the earth. But it's like, nah, if he were to unstick underground, he'd just die instantly. Like he'd deatomize himself.
Yeah, and if he goes to punch someone, if his senses are all dulled, how is he supposed to know where to punch? He just punches some old grandma trying to do groceries.
Flailing wildly.
And he just comes up from the ground, socks an old lady in the jaw, kills her instantly. And then, like, one scene he goes to kick, I
can't remember. It's like one of the 8 bullets of the Shie Hassaikai. Like, he goes through Eri and kicks the guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Just like
how does he know? What if his foot gets stuck in her head? And she can't go to kindergarten.
No, he let go midway, so it just shot out of her head.
or she's just like on his foot
The whole time.
Uses her
Extra
as a
weight.
projectile.
I'm gonna save you. You won't know it because
Or,
you're
like,
dead. But
He replaces anything he's inside, so the only thing he ever has to do is just hop inside a villain and then just let go, and he just kills him.
It's like the Flash thing, like phase your hand through their heart. Like all he's got to do is just punch through and unstick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like if I had that, I'd be a hitman.
Alright, would you want something like Beast powers?
Like Beast Boy?
Or like the blue guy.
Blue guy.
Would I be
Chimera?
super smart?
Super strong, but you got like
Furry?
beast proportions.
Oh.
So because
Chimera.
you don't look like this if you're beast. You got like twice as long arms, twice as beefy though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like a
Shorter
bird beak,
legs.
orangutan arms, lizard tail, crab feet.
Crab feet.
Yeah, just your toes,
So you
your crab
scuttle?
legs. So you
Every
just-
time I walk, it's the Mr. Crab scuttling noises. I mean, sure. I mean, I'll take what I can fucking get.
Alright, how about the one dude that like from the movie? He can any beast he sees, he can copy it. Isn't that a thing?
What,
Oh,
Beast Boy?
Tamaki Yamajiki, the guy who
Oh,
eats stuff.
the guy that
Or-
eats shit.
He has to eat it.
The guy with,
like
the
that,
purple
like
hair?
that. But also in the movie, the one dude where like he's like a chimera.
In what movie?
The new
My
one?
Hero.
The newer one?
Oh,
The one that we
oh,
watched
no.
together.
Oh yeah, the dude that shoots the chimera. The dude
Yeah,
that
that guy. I thought
yeah.
that's what we were talking about at first when
Yeah.
you said beast power.
Yeah, no, I take that. Like, first of all, he's got all these different attributes, and then he gets mad and grows bigger, and he goes, "Hey, I'm just gonna laser you."
Wasn't his whole thing like he can copy like things that are that
He has like different animal
and then he
attributes.
just finds a dragon.
Well, I think that's just what he looks like, and he just happened to be able to shoot atomic breath like Godzilla.
Like I know we talked about it before. There's like some beetles that can like mix 2 chemicals and
Yeah,
like
like shoot out of-
fire.
yeah.
But like,
what animal can make a hyper beam that like melts people and
Just
mountains?
fucking just becomes a mantis shrimp. Punches
And
punches faster than a bullet. And creates
Vaporizes.
and vaporizes anything it touches because it gets up to the heat of the sun.
Yeah. Imagine if one of those punched your finger. Like,
Probably break a bone
oh yeah.
because they've broken like the glass enclosures they're in.
Mm-hmm.
And also, that's how they get into like snails and like clams and shit to eat them. They just bust them open. So just imagine a shrimp just
Pounding.
just pounding onto that shell.
Have you seen Project Power?
Project Power.
It's on Netflix. It had like Machine Gun Kelly in it.
Is it
Jamie Foxx, right?
I think it's Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. It's like they take these pills that give them superpowers for 5 minutes. So, some pros, you get an animal attribute, or con, you're one of the unlucky few who just explodes. Like the
Okay, so it's either animal
Well,
or
no,
explosion.
it's different
Yeah.
for everyone. It's like this company makes like a pill. You swallow it, and it affects your DNA, and like kind of like the mutagen in
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles, but not animals. It just
Yeah.
like like it relates to your like genome.
It's like
Fuck, I turned into a tortoise.
well, you don't turn into it. It's just like some of them didn't make
I
sense.
have a really strong back then.
It's like two people in the show or the movie got thermoregulation, and Machine Gun Kelly, his character got
thermoregulation.
huh?
What's thermoregulation?
Controlling your own body temperature. Well, when he took it, he just caught on fire, and it didn't stop him from.
Like he's not immune to it. Like
Yeah.
when he's done.
Yeah.
when he's done and gets knocked out, he ends up in a tub.
And the main character, Jamie Foxx, just hoses him in the shower.
Yeah, but
Just,
he
like,
took
pumps,
3 of the
like-
pills, so he just didn't he just blow up?
Yeah, he just blew up.
But yeah, when he first appears, like Jamie Foxx knocks on the door, he goes, "I need to see a Newt."
That's
And
his
he
nickname.
opens up the door and it's like half charred face. And he goes, "He's not here." But then there was this one chick, like they were demonstrating the pill in this like underground club, and she had cryokinesis, like that thermoregulation, which both of those don't make sense because I mean, the bombardier beetle, the one that creates the explosion, that's not thermoregulation. That's just a chemical.
Yeah, chemical reaction.
Yeah.
You can make that with
Like we do have control kind of over thermoregulation. Like our body heats
our body
up.
naturally like tries to regulate temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too cold, it fucking makes our blood rush more, makes it go back up.
Yeah.
If it's too hot, it stops us from.
It like relaxes. And
But yeah, that
down.
girl, she started freezing, and like she was just touching the glass, and like she was in a bubble. She was just like freezing shit, and she was in something that was containing it, like helping her regulate that while she was demonstrating. And there was a fight that broke out, and it broke the machine, and she just started freezing solid. Like she just died.
Yeah, she like put her hand on the glass and it just starts breaking.
That scene was funny though, because there was that one henchman. He goes, "Oh shit, the guy's here," and he eats a pill and just blows up.
And then like another guy, I don't know how to explain it, but he's basically just turns into like huge, like the Blob, but not fat. He's just like an abomination. Just got a bunch of lumps and stuff.
There's a dude. He's one of the X-Men. Nobody really notices him, but he's a lawyer, and he's a blob man. So his skin is gelatinous, but he's got a skeleton on the inside that like talks, but it's just see-through skin. It's like pink. And what is it? But he's super strong though, because he's like fucking massive. But all you see is the skeleton.
Like Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens.
And he's just like a gelatinous slime that is in the shape of a human and also happens to be a lawyer and also happens to be an X-Men.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx's character in that. You want to know what he fucking got?
Jaguar?
The mantis shrimp. Yes. So what is it? But he whenever he did it, like he almost dies when he tries it. So he only did it once before, but like they kidnapped his daughter, right? And when he finally found her, he was like, "Get behind me!" And he fucking popped the pill. Like he was originally like they caught him and he was in this jail cell and he was talking about it to the guy holding him. He was like, "You know what a mantis shrimp can do?"
He's like talking about the strongest animals on the planet, like the elephant, and like a gorilla and tiger, and then he's like, you know,
The mantis shrimp can vaporize anything it punches. And he goes, "Guess who got that power?" And he's holding the pill in his tongue and he goes, "Unlock my cuffs." But yeah, so he's surrounded after he found his daughter, and he goes, "Fuck it." He eats the pill and he just charges up a blast, and everyone around him just, it shows their skin, no skin, skeleton, dust, like all in the blink of a fucking second. He just atomized them.
like doesn't
Like
the
that'd be
boat,
pretty
like,
cool.
blow up in half?
What?
Doesn't the boat like blow up
Yeah,
in half
he
or something?
capsizes the boat they're on. Then he goes, "It's kind of cool."
Hey, what about like merman powers, like Aquaman?
So Coda, but only aquatic animals.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that only if I could like have good vision underwater.
Yeah.
Cause like,
Okay, you're half Atlantean, or whatever.
can I speak to fish?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What is it?
Well, I mean, you'd be restricted mainly to the ocean and shit. You'd have to like deal with like oil spills.
You're
Yeah.
just like chilling at home in Atlantis. and
Like,
you
there's
just
not a whole
pop
lot of
some
bank
oil.
robberies in the middle of the ocean, dog.
No,
You're
there's
protecting
like a,
oil rigs. You're
there's like
working
a
for the man.
There's like a squid like civil war, and you gotta solve that.
Oh, God damn it.
I mean,
The shrimps are fighting again.
oh no, not the jumbo shrimp.
There was that one guy in Project Power. He was a cop, and he took the pill, and he became like his skin
Racist.
hardened. He became racist. Oh my god.
It's just like, oh no.
He had
immigrants.
amazing aim, but only on black people, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, like cops aren't supposed to use that because that drug was illegal, and like he's
Oh,
running.
shit.
Yeah, he was running after this guy whose power like made him like a chameleon. He could blend in whatever he was standing behind. Well, the guy pulled out a gun. He ate the pill, and like he put the timer on. He ran after him. The guy shoots him. The bullet hits his eye and just crumbles. Right in the fucking eyeball. Like it hardened everything.
Which movie is he in? I think what's the last Batman movie in the trilogy? Is it Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah.
He plays the Detective Robin guy.
Oh.
That guy is
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
I don't fucking know.
I think that's him.
Probably. But he plays that detective. Or I think he wants to be a detective or something, but he's a cop.
Yeah.
And he's got like diamond Emma Frost
Oh.
skin.
Sick.
But
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Okay.
trying to think of other powers in them. movie.
You have like Aquaman powers, but you have to look like Ripjaw from Ben 10.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But you also have gills, so you can't go above water.
I can't breathe on land.
Like Lake Force.
You'd have to do like Hellboy, like Abe Sapien.
Oh, like a water suit?
Yeah.
Abe.
Abe Sapien.
I mean, fuck it.
He was my favorite fucking Ben 10 guy.
Really? I liked
him and the dude that ate shit, Upchuck.
I liked Upgrade and Ditto.
Which one's Ditto?
The dude that could duplicate himself.
Oh yeah. Isn't he annoying though?
Yeah. I mean, it's a 10-year-old piloting a copying alien's body. It's like, he's just gonna surround the guy and just heckle him. The guy's just gonna give up because he's pissed.
Just racial slurs over and over again.
Oh.
Mantra starts crying. Stop.
That's mean.
What's Ditto's power? Xbox Live game chat. Call of Duty lobby.
There's that one Ben 10 alien pog champ.
That's a really great
It's
name.
just
That's made me sadder hearing that.
What is it? I liked Echo too because it was basically Ditto, but he was just louder.
Yeah.
Big chill.
Big chill. Humongous sword.
It's like
just him but bigger.
The one thing I loved about Ben 10 is that every alien species he got the Chad version of that alien species. Because you look at all of like,
remember Pro Wrestler Cat?
Raph.
Just turned it. What was his power? Asshole.
Yeah, he's got one middle finger claw.
And then was a dick the rest of the time.
Yeah, it's like because you look at all of Gray Matter's aliens, like species, and they're all like pussies. Like they're just decrepit and old, and he just looks decent. Like
yeah, he's just ripping apart electronics.
Yeah,
building lasers.
You know, the rest of them are just assholes. Or Alien X, the one he can never use. Like I remember that
he
episode.
has to make them come to an agreement, and he can't.
Yeah, because I remember, I think it was Omniverse, like the one where he got Rook.
Yeah.
He was talking about it, like, he's like, so I heard you have Alien X, and he's like, yeah, but I don't use him, and he goes, he doesn't exist, does he? He goes, yeah, he does. I can't use him, and eventually, a nuke, like, coincidentally, something happened that was about to tear apart the fabric of the universe, like a reality-bending nuke, and he goes, fuck, slaps his wrist, Alien X, and then he gets locked in there, and he's like, I'm stuck with these fuckers again. But
because it's like compassion and logic.
No, it's compassion and hatred.
Oh, hatred? That's what it was, yeah.
Shock squash.
Shock squash?
Yeah, the Bigfoot that was... Yeah, it was just a Bigfoot that could conduct electricity.
Remember in the first season when he just got, like, universal, like, monsters? Like, he got the Mummy, Frankenstein.
Ben Wolf.
A vampire.
Or Eye Guy. It was just a dude who had eyes all over his body. He had no powers. He could just see good.
I just looked up a bunch of them.
Like that he
fucking stupid.
There's like the Dust Bowl that happened a while ago. He pulls that guy out. He's blind.
Well, I remember fucking Fire Blast.
Oh, Heat Blast.
Heat Blast. And then what is it? First season, didn't he find another Heat Blast?
Swamp Fire.
Oh yeah.
That was like a black kid that didn't know he was.
Yeah, he was like half that species. Yeah, he was cool because he could bend like Earth too and control that. But what is it?
Swamp Fire.
Swamp Fire.
He was cool.
I remember when they started mixing him.
Oh yeah. What is it? Oh, remember when he got ultimates for him? Like Ultimate Big Chill, where it's like he's like, ice so hot it burn. And he just turned red.
Like, Ben, that's not how it works. that's just frostbite.
He goes, no, it's red. He goes, it's fire. Nope, froze him solid.
Nope, it just feels warmer because you can't feel that limb anymore.
He's like, ice burns or just burns. Like,
Ben,
remember?
Take 5 minutes. Read a book.
It's like I love his names for him. Like the one big ass guy, he just goes way big.
Way big.
He just popped up.
In his ultimate form, he grows like 8 feet taller. He's just a different color.
It's just the first shit off the top of his head. And he refuses to change it.
Yeah, like he got Humongousaur. He couldn't have called it like. I don't know. Like I can't think of
something cooler
anything
than that.
else.
Yeah,
Brachiosaurus.
Yeah.
But
Brachio neck. But yeah, He just goes,
He's like, I look slightly like a dinosaur, and I'm kind of bigger.
yes, humongous. Or like Swamp Fire. He goes, I made a plant, I make fire. What else am I gonna
Fire
do?
plant.
Gravitic.
Yeah, Big Chill.
Grasshopper.
Big Chill. He goes, Cold Moth. Remember that?
Armadillo.
You remember that episode?
Trillo, I remember
I
that one.
loved him. I remember the original alien, like Andre.
What?
Yeah, that's his name. That was the original alien's name. He got it from. Like, he'd just get so scared he'd start vibrating, and he took down a building he was in. But what is it? Remember that episode Ben gave birth? Like, Big Chill just took over his body and just laid eggs.
Didn't have eggs, yeah. Remember when he got stuck as Stinkfly because everyone said that was the worst form for an entire episode? And he's like, he's not that bad, but still sucks.
He goes, I'm probably not going to use him that much after this.
Or when the writers figured out that they kept using Ghost Freak for every episode, so they're like, we got to turn him into a villain.
Yeah, they're like, he's too OP. Make him bad.
Yeah, because like everybody got scared of him.
Yeah.
Like, so he could just use that for any villain.
It's like he could.
You're scared now.
He was just Danny Phantom, but he could give him nightmares.
Danny Phantom powers would be cool.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it phasing and then flying and then?
Like,
He can shoot
Ghost
beams of
Rays.
energy.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
and like, can you possess this girl for 2 minutes?
Oh, yeah. What is it?
Possession. Isn't that Dead Man? Doesn't he have powers like that?
Yeah, like I think his whole thing is just like taking over people to solve mysteries. So like,
Because he's just a ghost, right?
he'll just take over a homeless guy and he goes, "I'll solve this crime," and like police are thanking the dude, and he just takes over the guy, and he's like, "Huh?" He goes, "I didn't do anything, I swear."
Yeah, because he tries to like possess Batman in Justice League Dark or something like that.
Oh yeah, what is it? There's this one Ben 10 alien called Toe Jam.
Toe Jam.
Yeah, he was a big ogre guy with a
I think I
cage.
say
on.
it's a big toe.
Like the thumbs from Spy Kids.
It's the foot from Courage or Courage the Cowardly Dog. It goes foot fetish.
That's fucked.
Toe style foot fetish.
What is it?
Oh.
That's foul. No, it was this big ogre guy with a cage on his head, and his whole thing was he's ugly as fuck. You never saw the guy's face, but I think there was this one. He was going up against this one bad guy, right? He walks up to him and he goes, "What the fuck's this guy gonna do?" The cage just slowly unlocks, and the guy fucking turns white and starts screaming. Like, it actually changed his skin color. And he just passed out. He goes, "I guess this guy's kind of useful."
Yeah, no, and then it's like, I don't know, the writers always went back to the same ones. Like, when he got Humongosaur, he used Humongosaur, like, every single time.
Oh, yeah.
And then he used Pro Wrestler Cat a lot. I remember that.
Yeah.
But, like, in the original series, like, only time he ever used Wild Mutt was if he had to run.
Yeah. And even then he had Accelerate. No, if he needed to track something, he was like Dog Guy.
He was like Dog Guy. If he had to run, it was Accelerate. But it's like, you can't, like, I remember they had to, like, they made it so it fucked up, so he had to, like, use different ones.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that was an interesting idea. But then once he figured it out, he's like, nah, Humongosaur can punch real good.
Yeah.
He's like, what do I need to do in this situation? Beat a bunch of bad guys?
I'm just gonna turn into Machop.
Let's not complicate this, fellas.
What is it?
And say something stupid like he turned into Machamp and be like, yeah, I'm armed and dangerous.
Oh yeah, forearms.
Or like Kevin Levin got a serious downgrade.
Like what? Homie could touch anything and turn
Remember,
into.
what is it? His first one, he just became everything.
Oh yeah.
And he was like massive. He's like, you won't make fun of me anymore, or something. And then
How to deal with bullies.
And then he started having sex with his sister.
Yeah, I remember he was an enemy. Like that.
He
That's
was
his
an
whole
enemy.
plot.
And then when he came back, he's like, "No, I'm having sex with your sister now."
Yeah, it's like
Or
you
cousin?
kicked my ass. I'm banging your sister.
Are these sisters or cousins?
I think they're cousins.
Cousin.
Isn't his uncle,
Yeah.
is it Max?
I was about to say Uncle Ben. No, Grandpa Max.
Oh, Grandpa Max.
Do we ever see Ben 10's parents?
No. We see Gwen's.
Oh yeah, because Gwen's part alien.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Grandpa Max fucked an alien.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's what a kid show
Yeah,
needs.
because he was a plumber. And that means a dude that fought aliens.
And pipes.
Goes, you know what else starts with F? Freedom.
What?
Yeah. You failed that.
Gotta do it again for me. Fuck you. The joke still worked.
The joke still stands.
What are other aliens? I like
Aliens or powers?
we can do either. I'm fine with that.
I like Alien versus Predator. Aliens from Pacific Rim's pretty cool. The kaiju.
Okay, kaiju.
Because there's like Godzilla, Godzilla-verse, Monster-verse. But then there's also like those monsters like Slathern, Leatherback, Otachi, Scunner. I can't remember them all. It's sad that I remembered 4 of them.
I just remember, I remember a lot of the independent ones. Like Gamera. Favorite turtle.
Hedora, the living cum stain.
What?
I'm sorry.
The
what's
toxic
origin
goo
story?
blob.
Oh.
With
Just
the,
gamer gunk revitalized it.
with the emo hair down, just one red eye showing.
The fucking first X-Men politician turns into a pile of slime.
Oh yeah. Goes, this activates your mutant gene.
My mutant gene's slimy?
No, didn't he die from that too?
Yeah, because he finally just turned into a puddle of water. His body just wanted to become water.
Goes, I've been holding back this feeling all my life. I'm H2O.
Well, it's like X-Men, like Professor X's school for the gifted or whatever. What is it? The cool powers get to be on a team where you fight people. The
Yeah.
shitty ones get to stay home, like the kid that can just change channels with his blinks.
You know the most useless X-Men ever? His name was Cypher.
Oh, I thought it was Forget Me Not.
Oh yeah, him. Like
The
you
dude that's
heard of-
the dude that's like helped out on every single mission, but his power is if you stop looking at him, you forget who he is.
Yeah, it's like
He's just a tubbly 4-year-old man.
I think Professor X has a picture of him in his office just so he can keep remembering, but even then he's never shown. Like imagine that.
sad.
Yeah, no, his parents don't know who he is. Because imagine that
He's on the cleanup crew, so he helps out everybody, but then nobody remembers him because
It's like he'll walk into the crew room and he'll be like, "Hey, sup guys?" And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?"
And they all just activate their powers and go to kill him.
Yeah.
What are
He
you
walks
doing?
out the room and they go, huh?
Like I guess he'd be good at stealth.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, no, Cypher, his only power is he can, it's pretty cool. He can understand and speak every language. If he sees it, he can do that.
You mean hear it?
What? I
he
think
can
so.
translate it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, he's basically just a walking,
Rosetta Stone?
yeah.
Oh, the real life Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. What
the
is
one
it?
where every language was written on it, that's what Rosetta Stone is.
Oh. But, yeah, no, he's only brought on missions. They're like, oh, we can't decipher this alien thing. And he goes, here. And they're like, cool, see ya.
He goes,
Or,
here's the coordinates, bye.
or Bailey Hoskins, the guy that had his one comic called The Worst Mutant Ever because his power. Have you heard of that guy?
No.
So he had so much shit happen to him. His parent, he came home from school one day and his parents were like, "Hey son, so we wanted to tell you because it might happen soon, but we're mutants." And they said their powers, someone's he's like, his dad's like, "I can control fire." His mom's like, "I don't know, retarded."
There's a superpower?
In movies,
Dude, I'm a
apparently.
superhero.
But they go to see Beast at the professor, or, the school. And he's like, "Dog, I'm sorry." He goes, "Your powers..."
Is it one-time explosion?
Yeah. He goes, "You have the power to explode." And he's like, "Cool, so I can reform it well." He goes, "That's the problem." He goes,
It's
you can
a one-off.
Yeah, you can do it once. You can control the size of the explosion, but you die. And he's like, fuck. And he's walking out with his parents outside the school. Parents get crushed by a sentinel. A sentinel lands on his parents. He's like, at least I have you guys. Gone.
That's the saddest life I've ever heard.
It gets better. Like, he has to join with the X-Men now as basically just
An orphan?
yeah.
And a nuke in case.
He goes along with certain different teams and he's just annoying as fuck. Well, they introduced 2 mutants in there called Rags and Riches. I think one could just decay stuff and rags, and the other one could turn shit to gold.
Like Midas?
Yeah. Well, he becomes friends with, like, Riches, and eventually one time Bailey's just talking to Professor X, and he, like, turns around. He's, like, giving him his, like, sob story. He's like, I'm so sad. And you see Professor X in the background start choking. He's like... You see him struggling, gasping for air, and he just dies. And he turns around and he's like, what the fuck? What happened? Riches comes in and he goes, I turned his lungs to gold. Just... He's like, yeah, we work for Magneto. And they took over, like... It had a time skip, and it showed them, like, they took over the world. And Bailey got invited to a party for Riches. And Riches is like, thanks, dog. Thanks to you distracting him, I was able to take him out without him even realizing. He's like, you caused all this. Thanks, dude. And Bailey's like, I'm gonna fucking stop you for this. And he goes, what are you gonna do? Bailey puts his hand on his shoulder, and he goes, there's one thing. And he just nukes the fucking building.
Yeah, it's like shitty powers that, like, for some reason they got prominence, like Ajax. Not the comic book one. The comic book one was just like a shitty, like, superpower strength. Like the Ajax that fucked up Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
Because what is it? In the comics, he was torturing him, but he was just like a superpowered individual. In the movie, it's just a dude that can't feel pain. Because it's like, then nothing can stop him, because...
Except getting shot in the head.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, normal people, if you stab them in the shoulder, they'll recoil in pain, and their body will stop them from moving forward.
Yeah.
But not him.
No.
But I mean,
concussion, what's that?
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you blast him in the head with, like, a Cyclops heat ray, he's dead.
It's like, he can't feel pain, but, like, if you break his legs, he's not moving.
Yeah.
Like, he can't feel it, but his legs.
But would you rather have that, like, no pain, or... Okay, no pain.
He's already like that.
No pain, or like Deadpool.
It's all pain.
Deadpool, where you feel everything, but you can heal from anything.
I'd do Deadpool. I mean, I'd just wear a mask because I'd look like a testicle, but... Would I have the cancer?
I mean, you
would
need a backstory.
Would it affect what you're asking?
No.
I mean...
Cancer or no cancer, you're still taking the power.
Yeah, I mean, like... It's better than being, like, a normal human. Like, if you got, like, Manetta's power where he rips off, like, his hair
I
and
don't care. It
it's
still
a ball.
it sucks, but I still rather have it.
It's like I could scale a building.
It's like, I know I'm overweight, but I'd still want Archangel power. I don't care if I can only glide a couple feet.
Yeah.
Got sick wings.
But, like, Hawks, he can control, he, like, controls his feathers. And, like, for some reason, he can, like, track, like, 100 people in a building and get them all out. And their clothes are strong enough to be, you know, like, 50 feet in the air.
What is it in the comics recently? They showed his parents, like, a flashback. His mom just had floating eyes around her. So I think that's where he got the sensing from. Yeah. And I think his dad had wings. You didn't see him, though.
His dad was an owl.
I knew they were growing back.
Oh. Yeah, his dad's just a fucking bird. His mom fucked a pigeon.
Their son, Hawks, is just instead of flying eyeball.
Like the parent-teacher conference for the crow dude.
It's just 2 birds.
Isn't that the frog Sueyu's parents? Like,
yeah, her dad's a toad.
Yeah, the mom's just like a normal human. The dad's just like a frog.
Like, and then her 2 little sisters are both just like
froglins.
Still frogs.
Yeah, it's not like an actual frog. Like, what is it? Fiona's dad from Shrek. No, it's just like a human frog.
It's like, what's her dad's superpower? Like, you lick him and you get high like a cane toad?
He's really good at figuring out 401ks.
He's an accountant, bro. He's good. He does my taxes for me.
Eats flies.
H&R Block.
Yeah, and it's like some of their parents have cool powers, but they're not fucking well known.
Yeah, they're not heroes.
It's like, isn't electric guy's parents also electric?
You never see him.
No.
Half of them you don't see.
Well,
their
you see the earphone girl's parents. One's a
Yeah.
rock star, the other one's a...
Supporter.
Was it her mom that had those two?
I don't know if she had earphone jacks, because that's pretty much what she has.
Yeah.
But, like, Deku's mom just floats small things, and his
she's
dad...
like, his dad breathes fire.
Yeah, but he's not even around.
He's just like, yeah, he's overseas.
Yeah, there's a...
Isn't the theory that the main...
All for One is his dad?
Because...
There's a part in the comic where they said they're like...
All for One's original power was fire breathing or something like that.
Well, no, his original power was like All for One. But,
I heard that it was fire breathing. And then he was given All for One or something like that.
There's a part in the comic where they talk about, they're like, his breath reached everywhere.
Oh.
And
yeah.
So, like, you could take that in, like, the metaphorical sense, like...
Well, it's also the dude who writes My Hero.
Star Wars fan.
Huge Star Wars fan. And that's... Spoilers, that's the one big Star Wars.
Yeah.
One big Star Wars ending is the main bad guy was the dad.
Yeah. But,
So they're like, ooh. But I think that twist was used on,
Dobby?
Yeah. No, not used on, again, the other Decay dude.
Oh, yeah, that he was, Shimura's grandson?
Yeah.
Nana Shimura's.
I think that's where that... I think he used it on that, not on the main bad guy.
I fucking love Decay. Because, like, outside
until you try to masturbate.
It doesn't work on him.
You say that.
I mean...
Isn't his skin crumbling?
Well, yeah, now because he overused it.
He doesn't have lotion.
Like, anywhere he goes.
He can't touch the lotion.
Well, it's only all 5 fingers, so, like, if you wore gloves, that you're fine, but, which is weird. Because, I mean, for full set of gloves, like...
Well, just cut off the thumbs.
Yeah. You're all good.
Well, does it have to be the pads?
Well, no.
Could I touch you with palm?
I don't know if you could just punch someone and connect all hands to them.
You'd have to punch someone and then do, like, one of those.
I don't think he punches anyone, because, like,
he just grabs.
His face
he always goes for the throat.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then he, like, grabs him and just has one finger sticking out to...
Oh, yeah. Well, that's for hostage situations.
Well, yeah, doesn't he hold Deku and he's like...
Yeah,
he's
like a fucking T. But, like, you could go into so many businesses like that, like trash removal.
Yeah.
Get rid of a lot of pollution.
Just walk into a dump and just slap your hands on the ground. What is this dude doing?
Hitman. Like, you don't need to be the king of villains. You can just do small crimes.
It makes me upset that they always use, like, the same kind of powers for good guys. It's always, like, super strength.
Yeah.
It's like give me a villain power as the hero.
There was this one dude. Huh?
Shinso with the mind.
Yeah, like that's a definite super villain power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he decided.
There's this guy called, I think it's Resurrection Man in DC Comics. Every time he dies, he gets reborn, or resurrected with a different superpower. So he doesn't know until, like, he finds it out. Like, there's one time, like, got revived, and he's just walking down a highway and someone tries to attack him. He just fucking does a flamethrower at their face on accident.
Or Mr. Invincible from the Great Lakes Avengers.
Mr. Immortal?
Yeah, he can come back from anything, but he's got to die first.
Yeah. It's like his only superpower is
both his
dying.
legs are broken, and he's just like, alright. Snaps neck.
It's like, imagine he fails the neck break, and he's just crippled.
He's like, just someone stab me. Or the big fat chick. That's her entire power, is like a weaker blob.
Yeah. Squirrel Girl's OP, though.
A pterodactyl girl. Just a chick that had pterodactyl powers.
What is it? And they had this Young Avengers thing, where, like, they were mutants, but, some of their powers were shitty. Like, there's this one chick, name's, like, Jenny Takeda. She's, like, an Asian chick. She's making out with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend just starts seizing. She's like, what the fuck? Turns out she's emitting constant radiation. Like, she's a walking reactor. So she has to wear a hazmat suit.
I mean, that'd be cool for energy.
Yeah, she wasn't happy about that. Like, everyone else is like, cool, I got these powers. She's like, I'm a fucking bomb.
Oh, generator.
Yeah. But no, she's pissed. She's like, I want to hug someone.
Only a bomb if you freak out.
Like, the one guy...
Just find the dude made of lead.
There was a guy. there was a guy made out of metal, and they had a relationship, and then he got capped, and she's like, I hate this place. Yeah. Or, like, there's
I want a character that's just overtly...
edgy?
No, overtly just doesn't care about his own feelings. Wants to be a hero.
Yeah. What is it? Or they had this other New Mutants thing where there's this guy named Wither, and he could decay like biological stuff, like organic shit, but not metals or like other shit.
Well, metals are organic.
Well, I don't know. It didn't work on non-living shit. He just decayed people.
Oh, okay.
He only found that out because he decayed his clothes. I don't know how it works.
Oh, yeah,
It just works on people I've seen. And clothes, apparently. But yeah, his dad comes over, freaks out, and like gives him a hug. Dad dies.
Isn't that the fucking beginning story of Decay? Fucking the main bad guy from My Hero?
I mean,
He just gets it, and then kills his sister, kills his kills his mom.
Well, he's just petting his dog. Dog turns into beefaroni. Because at first it wasn't like crumbling into dust. It was just chunks. And sister runs away, goes, wait, grabs her wrist. Spaghetti.
Just turns people into food.
Well, it's like Aerie fucking, didn't she, like, kill people?
Yeah, she rewound her dad into nothing.
Yeah. So it's like...
I still think it's funny as shit. Like, in Shigaraki's origin story, like, when he's freaking out and the house is crumbling, he just killed his grandparents and mom. His dad's reaction is to hit him with a fucking garden shovel. He goes, calm down. Ting.
I mean, what'd you do? Your
Run?
Your son is just, like, glowing. He's about to blow up.
Getting the fuck out of there.
Knock him out. His power stops if he's knocked out. That's my first instinct. I'm socking him.
You just punt him over into the neighbor's
My
yard.
son needs an origin story. Garden shovel.
Yeah, imagine you just... it's like a sunny afternoon and you go, this is a perfect day for an origin story. Let's hope it's a hero. Wait. I think both are. I think origin stories... Never seen a happy one.
Not really. Not many good ones.
It's like no dude's just like, yeah, had a great upbringing, wanted to help people. I got cool powers.
Have you seen Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's origin story? Like, every trope ever happened to them. Like, they were just two dudes chilling in an apartment. They got blown out of there by, like, a hurricane into a tornado where they got acid rained on, struck by lightning, knocked into an acid vat warehouse. They got dunked in acid, where a mystical tidal wave carried them out back to the apartment because
they shrunk down to the size of fish.
Yeah, talked to an Atlantean village, came back to their apartment, and they went to eat the popcorn they were microwaving beforehand, and it was burnt. That was what gave them their superpowers. That activated their genes. Burnt popcorn.
Nobody realizes they're talking to a sponge, which is about a foot tall, and they're the size of it.
You're just like heating up your used diaper in the microwave and swap it out with popcorn. And you just get superpowers.
It's like you telling people that's your origin story.
Imagine you were living on a Kansas farm. What is it? You realize you have super strength. You like get a cool costume. You start helping people, and then the next person to get one, your sidekick is a furry. That just looks like Beast.
He just walks around.
Well, if he looks like Beast, that's fine. But if he's showing,
but he talks like a furry. Like ooh ooh.
Like,
I'm killing him.
Where's the fucking bikini bottom like he does? and he talks about yipping all the time.
He looks like Beast, but he wears a fursuit.
like all his fur is like groomed in like a bright pink or green color.
Oh no, it's like lime green.
It's like one of those $2,000 suits. Oh my god. Aren't those...
And then you're just like Superman.
Yeah.
You have to deal with that.
I wouldn't associate with him.
Like he's running like
he's prancing.
Like one of the Titans from Attack on Titan.
You're just flying through the air like
5 feet on the ground, and he's just like
you're just punching away bad guys.
He's yiffing them.
He's licking them. And they're just like, get him off. They're like, I quit.
Remember that one, what is it?
The one where the Space Marines come in to purge the furries?
No, it was Furry Force. What was it? Comedy...
Oh, Comedy Central?
Not Comedy Central.
Like adult, what's the Adult Swim?
College Humor,
yeah.
Yeah, they did like...
The furry... They were so disgusting, the bad guys kept killing themselves. Like, they tied up the cowgirl and she squirted milk on him. The guy just blew his brains out.
Stop.
That's a normal reaction to that. I would kill myself.
The heroes are just so crazy the villains give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you're trying to interrogate someone for information. You're like, all right, I'm going to have to go to my last resort.
I'm pulling out my sidekick, Furry Boy.
Opens up a cage from like Jurassic Park and a green furry walks out and starts licking him.
It's on all fours.
Get it away from me.
I'll tell you everything, please. They're like, what are you going to do, waterboard me? That's not going to work. Get him, Francis!
Just,
What torture do you think you could work on me?
my body was honed for every possible form of pain and torture.
Goes, what are you going to do, rip my fingernails out? Put cardboard cuts between my fingers? No. You're going to be yiffed.
What?
Huh?
You wouldn't. That's
please.
against the Geneva Convention.
You
That
wouldn't
shit's
dare.
banned.
That's not allowed.
Goes, not in Guantanamo Bay.
Do I look like I'm allowed?
That's the main torture they use there.
Fuck.
You know those like Fear Factor shows where they'll have someone tied to like a bed or something and they'll put
You
like
have to be in the
tarantulas
same
on
room
them?
as a furry.
But it's like a glass
What?
cage and there's just furries walking in. They're all talking to themselves and they just see one normal guy.
There's just a box of furries yiffing, and they go, "We're gonna drop you in, and you must stay away for 10 minutes."
We're going to drop 2 contestants into this box of yiffing furries. Whoever stays the most dry wins.
Why'd you have to say that?
I
That's
hate-
foul.
I know.
Whoever
I'm just
stays the most dry,
That's so good.
whoever comes out dry and not covered in fur wins.
This episode
You just
is
see
gonna
like
be-
Joe
The
Rogan in
one
there,
with
just
the one with the least amount of psychological trauma wins.
the one that.
Whoever passes out last from sheer fear.
That's so gross.
Matt,
Change the topic.
we're adventurers.
Oh no.
We hop over a pit of yiffing. And I don't make it quite far. I'm holding on by one hand. I go, "Matt, help!" You know you can't pull me up.
I kill you right then and there.
Just
Do you
Lion
kill
King.
me or do you kick me into the pit?
Well, that's a tough one.
Both will kill me.
Yeah, it's like I put a sword through the back of your head and kill you instantly, or let you drown in a sea of cum. It's better to come in the sink than to sink in the cum.
Come in bright fur, like brightly, like neon colored fur.
Yeah, that's our philosopher, like sponsor for this show is Bofidis, and his message of the day is it's better to come in the sink than to sink in the cum.
Quote of the day.
Quote of the day. Oh man.
Better to come in the sink to sink in the cum. Fuck that.
Both of these was the teacher of many things.
Teacher of many, master of none, master of cum.
Jack of all trades, master of all.
More like jack off of trades.
Oh my god.
Idiot all, master of none.
Okay. You have 2 choices for superpowers. Now you just have one. Either no powers, or you turn into a furry. You're not allowed to kill yourself.
So me now, or I'm a furry?
Yeah.
Kill myself.
Still?
I'll go with C.
I meant
The
to just
fact
say
that
that just the furry thing.
Alright, you have 2 superpowers. None, or you wear a suit.
It's
Kill
glued to
me.
your body. I was gonna say, if it's like Beast or like King Shark or something, or
Yeah, no,
Killer
you just
Frost,
grow a
that would
fursuit.
be-
Beast, but I'm not wearing the
I'm not.
the little singlet he wears.
No, have you seen that anime, Gleipnir?
Oh, where you're like a mascot.
Yeah, you turn into a mascot.
and a chick gets to like hop in you.
Oh,
Yeah, we
I
watched the
didn't-
first episode for that. I made it to
And
the
it was,
3rd
like,
episode and I
slimy
haven't watched that.
inside. It
That's,
was
yeah,
like-
I don't
Fursuit,
understand.
it was
They
just
don't
like
even
Flash.
look cool.
I know.
No, it'd be cool.
Well, that
like,
one chick has
be
like
a cool
spectral
animal
goat.
suit, but no, it looks like
A bunch of
You're
kids
just
ripped
Chucky-
apart teddy bears and
Yeah.
just stitched them together.
You're just Chuck E. Cheese with super strength. And
That I'd be into. something
like-
goofy, but they're like trying to make it serious.
Just Five
Yeah, like
Nights
she
at
hops in
Freddy's,
him, like
but-
you think it's just gonna be a costume. She's like, it's like a flesh sock in here.
You're so warm and
Who the
comfortable.
fuck says flesh sock?
I just did. There was
like
nothing.
A flesh
One
sock in
word.
here.
Both of these.
Oh.
When you're talking about Mr. Immortal, it reminded me of like Doomsday, because like he was like made by a bunch of animals on an alien planet, and what was it? The scientists who made him just like it was like
Oh yeah, they just kept throwing something
Yeah,
out
it was
there.
just like
and every
it's
time
just
he
like a-
dies, he comes back and
yeah, he
can't be
just
killed
comes
by that
back
thing.
and like learns, and then he ended up like killing a bunch of the animals and the like scientists who made him, and then like
But yeah,
somehow left the planet.
Doesn't the Justice League have like just a list of things they can kill Darkseid with or Doomsday with?
Yeah.
And so when he comes back, they just have one ready.
And I think he was like pretty
Like
much.
plastics forks.
It's like Plastic Man, go down his throat and suffocate him.
I think he
I don't want to do that.
isn't he like a
Hey.
dinosaur from like Krypton? Isn't he like a dinosaur
I think so. something like
age thing from Krypton dinosaur age?
that. Wasn't Krypton wasn't everyone on Krypton kind of like a douchebag?
Pretty much.
And then Superman was like, nah, Boy Scout.
Well, basically, it was
Superman's
just,
just Teddy Roosevelt if he got a couple extra powers.
Oh yeah.
A couple of extra.
Who's to
He has
say
his
Teddy
own.
Roosevelt didn't have powers?
If he did? I don't know. I want to talk about it again. Teddy Roosevelt, best president. That's all I
Oh,
gotta say.
He's a fan favorite on this podcast. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Stop watching this.
Why'd you get angry at him?
Please subscribe and leave a comment. Still,
Yeah, to the 4 people that watch this, please leave a like.
I need it.
just SpongeBob. I need.
I need it.
How many people you think clicked on the first video, heard the intro music, and stopped watching?
I do have it kind of loud. I should probably bring the volume down.
Or maybe we could change it
What's it
to
even
some
like?
copyrighted shit. Because then, if we get sued, we'll
Then
be.
we can't get money.
Yeah, but at least people will know
Or
about
do we
us.
even need intro music? Let's just not use intro music. We'll just start with.
Beatboxing.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys. It's therapy when you got a
Or
podcast.
just like an announcer.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm the Goker, baby.
Home of ghosts and science
It's me.
fiction.
It's me.
Sage Goker.
It's San Poker, baby. It's.
I'm cutting all this.
It gets worse every time.
Why'd you think that was funny to begin with?
I don't know. It just came into my head.
We were not talking about anything like that. I was talking about like Sans, Sans Undertale, but then you're just like
Sans Peter. I did the fucking like Seth Rogen laugh.
All life is pain.
God.
I think this is episode 5.
Huh?
This is episode 5, right?
Yeah. I think that was episode, 2 or 3?
It was. Joey, were you on 2?
I think too.
Yeah, 2. Because it was me and you talking about Teddy Roosevelt and true crime.
Yep.
You can keep going and talk. I thought you were gonna talk over it, but not.
It just gets
Well,
quiet.
no, it sounded like you waited for everyone to stop talking.
No, I was just like, hopefully he keeps talking.
Let it slip out.
Yeah. And then episode 2 was Joey and us. And then episode 3 was you tired.
Oh, yeah.
And episode 4 was murdering dogs with grenade launchers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys were talking about a bunch of stuff. Like it's legal to own a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
You just have to let the police know you own it, and
Yeah,
then
you just have
pay
to-
some tax on grenades.
You have to make yourself aware that you are now a public menace.
Are we keeping this segment in? Or are we cutting this out?
Why would we take it out?
Yeah. Just
My bad.
Just write on the side of your grenade launcher, pedophilia no more.
I carry a sword with me, and they go, "What's the name of your blade?" Pedophile Slayer?
The Maps Destroyer.
The Maps Cleaver? I don't know. Kind of freaks me out to talk about how much I hate pedophiles. Because a lot of people try to become Freud.
Freud?
Yeah, and they're
Like the psychologist?
Yeah, they're like, "Why do you hate pedophiles?"
Because they fuck kids.
And they're like, "Is it because you're holding a little bit of pedophilia in you?
No.
No.
No, it's not. It's just weird and very inappropriate.
Well, because they tried to do the same thing with like people.
Some dude on a snowmobile, but continue.
Well, like some people. Sorry, that snow blinded me. No, like some people tried to do that with like the reason why so many people hated gays was because a lot of them were secretly gay.
Yeah.
They wanted to do the opposite. But I think
That's why.
I think universally though, everyone hates pedophiles.
You know,
It's not like gays where it was like, okay, some people are tolerant, some people aren't.
yeah. What is it? Being gay used to be like, they categorized that as like a sickness, so you could just call into work saying, sorry, I'm feeling a little gay today.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's like,
Caught a batch of homosexuality.
I saw one of the homies, go to the bathroom.
my homie
accidentally
kissed
got
me
his
goodnight
pants.
last night, and
I haven't come down from that since.
I'm still rocking that high, dude.
I'm gonna
pitching
need
a tent
I'm gonna
right
need a
now.
day.
He goes, I can't look my wife in the eye anymore.
I can't come into work wearing my tap out t-shirt. Not after last night.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, yeah,
Or like-
speaking of,
Or like how, go ahead.
I was going to go into a different topic, so you
So was
continue.
I.
I was going to say, speaking of snow, though, like when we mentioned that like 2 minutes ago,
It's snowy outside.
you hear about Texas, like the governor basically told him, he's like, survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
It's because, like,
No, because they're idiots.
yeah, no, they didn't prepare. They don't have
No, they're acting like it's...
the government's problem.
No, they're acting like it's Armageddon. It's like 2 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it busted your pipes because you don't have the you don't have the plumbing set up for that type of weather, yeah. But you could have done something to prepare it. Keep a tap running. That way your lines don't freeze. That's why they don't explode.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Oh, there's a bunch of ice on your car? Holy shit. Warm your car up.
Yeah. What is it? But basically, like, I saw this one thing.
They're like,
My
we
mind's blanking.
They're like, we didn't come to Texas to...
We came here for the duels and the rattlesnake. Not
It's Arizona.
What's the fucking difference?
Texas has just got super cheap property.
And alligators.
You can get like 20 acres there for like a couple grand.
That's where we planned on moving.
Yeah.
Not now.
It's still a buyer's market.
Yeah.
Fucking, you can buy seriously 5-bedroom, 3-bath fucking house, $200,000. You know what that is split between 5 people? It's like $200 a month. Real
Nuts.
estate with Samson.
Real estate. This segment of the podcast.
All right, so it looks like Indiana is becoming a buyer's market.
Samson's.
Ohio is
Real
still a
estate.
wasteland.
Find your castle.
No, yeah, it's better to like get a loan and buy a house than it is to rent an apartment.
Oh yeah, it's like apartments in like.
It's harder, but it's better overall.
Isn't it like super fucking expensive to get like an apartment in New York or like California?
Yeah, 1-bedroom studio. It's like $1,000 a month.
That's
You know, you can get
fucked.
for $1,000 a month here. Fucking like a 4-bedroom.
Huh.
That's because there's no one here.
That's brazy.
No one here, and we don't really care. Yeah, I mean, Michigan's in a buyer's market right now. Super cheap property. You can get like a 4-bedroom here with a deck and an acre on it for 180,000, 200,000. You good, dog? You're sweating like hell.
I am warm.
Nitroglycerin.
That'd be shitty as fuck though if it just came out of your armpits.
Oh, you can trickle down.
You just drop.
It's like I wish like it worked on like the soles of feet too, because then like you throw a kick at someone, just rocket propel.
like
Just Iron
Shinra.
Man.
Yeah, you just kick someone's head off.
Just Shinra from Fire Force.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's sick.
Oh yeah. Because he can make
Does-
explosions
does-
with his feet.
Does Mark seriously like the Excalibur dude?
Yes.
I mean, it's cool to heat up
But-
fire to like.
That's fucking
plasma
delusional
blade.
though.
But the dude, like, he sees a donkey head and he's like,
It is a horse.
"It is
I
my
must ride.
stallion. I shall ride it to the castle that is mine."
Like homie's parents left him, and he's like, "I am a knight. They sent me on a quest. No, dude, you were abandoned.
You have,
dog, you got a childhood trauma.
you have mental disorder, childhood trauma. Your parents didn't love you. Please accept that.
And he's like, no, I'll just stab you with lightsaber. Yeah, I was talking about, like MMA. What is it? It's like it's a sport now. It's becoming more popular and less hated upon. They started a league where you can sign up and just fight people you have a problem with
Hell yeah.
in a cage.
All right, Joey,
and
let's
they'll,
go.
They'll make each one a pay-per-view, so if you have a problem with somebody, you both get fucking like sign a waiver and like say you're gonna be there. What is it? It's a free cage fight. You get a fighting license
And you get money?
if people put money down.
I'm sorry, Joey, we have to.
Except you can't.
We have to advertise the podcast
You can't
somehow.
throw it.
That's okay. I just looked at Joey menacingly. Because
yeah.
I forget that we're just voices.
Because it's
You're probably going to watch gameplay of, like, Samson getting clapped at For Honor again.
fuck off.
It's just a game.
How many? I didn't see. How many did you lose? How many did you lose,
Next
Samson?
topic.
I won like one.
That was an hour-long podcast.
I did good.
How long do
I
matches last?
I couldn't play my main because someone else was, so I had to play Lawbringer. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
sure. Blame it on the Lawbringer.
This man's just sitting in denial.
But this man doesn't even use Raider.
Fuck off. Raiders subpar. He's F tier.
I'm leaving the show.
Bitch. No, yeah, but I think that's just a great idea, and I think should be in every state.
Oh yeah.
Because it's harder to get licenses in different places for fighting. Because like to become a boxer, you need a boxing license. To become a MMA fighter, you have to have a fighting license. Easiest places are like California, Nevada, southern states. I think here it's a lot harder
Oh, okay.
because you have to like show you're an athlete. You have to do a kickflip or something.
I
You have to do a single backflip to join the MMA. What is it? That'd be cool though. Like if superpowers were real, like superpowered MMA fights, like they had in My Hero.
Until you get a guy that just has decay and kills a dude.
I don't think they'd let that guy in.
Then you're just limiting it down to the dudes with superpower with super
like-
strength.
If it's like no consequences, you know what you're doing, like not free for all, but like to the death.
Well, I don't think they'd
I think we should bring back Coliseums. That's how we should get rid of our
Criminals?
huge fucking prison
I
population.
thought you were gonna
Yeah.
say like immigrants or something.
No, we have a huge.
No, that's what Biden's doing with his internment camps.
Oh yeah.
We have a huge prison population. Like we're number one in amount of prisoners per capita,
Yes.
and it's because a lot of it is because of we privatized prisons. Prisons are paid by the government, but are still meant to make money. They're privately owned. There's no state penitentiaries. It's like when you see a prison and it says like something something penitentiary. That's owned by a dude. And the government just goes, here, I'm going to give you a bunch of cops. Figure it out. You pay them.
So technically, you could
What?
make it a coliseum.
No, because prisoners have rights.
Not if they're dead.
Well, just be like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
get like years
Talk about
off your,
coliseum fights, dog.
Yeah,
just
I know,
like
but
years
you
off
couldn't-
your sentence.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even in like gladiatorial coliseums, you didn't fight to the death. You fought till you gave up. Sometimes it was to the death. A lot of people gave up
Fair enough.
because people wanted to see. They were like pro wrestlers. They wanted to see more. Because it's like, and then they had, like, you see the ones where they have like the fishnets and the tridents.
Mm-hmm.
They had a huge They had a huge disadvantage because tridents aren't fighting weapons. They're fucking
Spear fishing.
Yeah, they're meant for spear fishing. They're meant for catching fish, not catching a dude.
Catching these hands is what they're meant for.
And then you have a net, but that's a one-off.
What are you supposed to do? Throw the net on someone?
Yeah,
Just
throw
try
the
to
net on
skewer?
someone and then just start stabbing them. They had such a huge like disadvantage. Like people rooted for them because they were the underdogs. They're like, that's pretty cool. I want to see this guy spear a dude. And then there were dudes, I think it was like scissor, that's where the word scissor comes from. It was a Latin gladiator. He had like so it went from his wrist down to his elbow. It was like a tube. And then on the end, from the fist out, was like a blade. Like it was like a half moon blade. So it was like an axe head on the end of your fist.
So it's like a PVC pipe with an axe on the end.
Yeah, and you could slice or you could just punch a dude with a blade. And then there's like the ones that just had fucking shields and swords. But yeah, it was pro wrestling and MMA mixed together with swords.
And prisoners.
Well, because a lot of them were prisoners, a lot of them were slaves, and a lot of them were just peasants that didn't have enough money that wanted to fight. Because they're like, why not? There's one dude, there was one type of gladiator, he would wrap his fist in like cotton and like leather, so he'd just have one arm that's like massive with like armor, and then the other one he's just got like a small sword, like a dagger. So he would just run in and block a sword attack, and then just try to shank you.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, because they took a lot of, like, you didn't have a lot to do in a day when you were like a gladiator or anything. So they were just like, they were martial artists, and that's it. So it's like, it's harder to get warriors now because people have other shit to do. Like, it's hard to become a fucking dude that's proficient in sword battle because you need to be able to fight sword to sword. And then you also have to spend majority of your time doing it. Like a Shaolin monk type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I need money to do like bills and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have time to drop it on, like, become one with the universe.
Yeah. So it's like, I would love to see it come back, but I think a lot of people would have a problem with it because it's like, you're exploiting prisoners to fight for money. And
True.
it's like, I would say make it a volunteer thing. Years
Yeah.
off your sentence for fighting. Or even just money in prison.
Prison money.
Yeah, because for $2 a month, or $2 a day, you can rent a phone in prison. Like, just a fucking phone. Or a tablet.
Like a blackberry.
Yeah.
So dumb. You could do like a Coliseum type thing, or even like a battle royale, but just don't give them weapons when there's like
A
guards and
battle
stuff.
royale.
Well, I mean, they legalized bare knuckle boxing. There was the bare knuckle boxing
Yeah,
championship.
but imagine
last year.
that though. Like,
You just drop them
you're one of the
the
strongest
forest.
prisoners, and someone clubs you over the head with an iron bar and starts default dancing over you.
Dude's in there for tax evasion.
I meant more like
He's just
Hunger
happened to
Games.
take a prison bar off the wall.
Well, I mean, they added difficulty to Coliseum fights. It wasn't just like two dudes in a sand pit. Sometimes they for the maximum amount of money, was it you got like every sword or anything you wanted, and then you had to go against like a lion. And it's like, sword can make that even if you're already a massive fucking dude, but you weren't always. A lot of them were peasants that were just like, it's either I live the rest of my life as a peasant or I fight a lion and maybe become rich after.
Like, that's kind of fucked though, because like, I couldn't imagine taking on a lion. Like, those things can leap 35 feet forward.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big
35 feet
distance.
backwards. It's like,
It's like a hummingbird.
Well, I mean, some people, like, their strategy was tower shield, so it went from, like, right below your nose to your toes. Like, and that's how much you could see with the tower shield on. And then they would just wait for it to attack the shield, and then,
Yeah, just stab it.
yeah.
Just like push it or roll.
But they also didn't realize that it's got a massive fucking arms. So it just bit onto the tower shield and then started ripping apart your arms.
But you just, like you said, just make it volunteer.
Yeah.
And probably maybe do like wolves or something smaller than a lion.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can take on a wolf. Fucking,
Yeah.
There was a dude that took down a fucking leopard or whatever. Just let it bit his arm and then...
Use the broken arm to strangle it.
And just
No,
make
yeah, because it bit on and then wouldn't let go, so he's just like, alright, choked it to death.
But you could just make it like the more difficult, like challenge it is, the more like
And it's like,
time
get,
they
and
could
it's
get
not,
off or money.
it's not like the other Coliseum where we wouldn't, like, put him in a hospital after. It's not like fend for yourself. Like, we'd obviously, like, let him fight and then
And give
make
them
it.
treatment.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a lawmaker. I'm not a politician.
I'm just really into people killing each other in sports.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I'm really into that fucking one sport, like historical medieval battles where they fight with weapons and suits of armor.
Yeah, you guys talked about Battle. I think it's called Battle of the Nations.
Mm-hmm. Like, that shit's great. Fucking, and then they had it for a while over in Europe where it was just boxing, but in suits of armor.
Yeah, just like see some dude dressed up as a fucking gladiator versus like a samurai or something.
Like, I don't see why that's so bad.
And then all of a sudden he just summons a dragon and.
Well, it's like things were simpler back then too.
He gets disqualified.
If you have to worry about dying to a sword, I don't think you care too much about politics.
No.
Like, you care less about the things that aren't important when
it's not
you have to fight for your life. I think people have it too easy nowadays.
Oh yeah, no. We have grown soft as a society.
Plus, guns make it easier.
Oh yeah.
Because anybody can then... You don't have to have skill to use a pistol.
No.
If you fuck up with a sword, you can cut your own arm off.
I mean, it's like back when we had like old time guns. There's a chance of your hand exploding. But
oh yeah, when they were just cannons.
Yeah.
Or you just put like you're a cowboy and you freaking like spin it and accidentally pull the trigger and shoot like 3 of your friends in your own foot.
Well, yeah, because it's like guns were made to even the battlefield. Because it's like they were just made as a better crossbow, and then when they were made accessible and easy to use, they were made to even it. Because it's like not just the huge dude can win. Now even the small
guy.
puny guy that doesn't have any muscle can just
unload a clip into a dude's chest.
It's like, that's great, but like, I don't know. I think you should want to strive to be the big guy.
Yeah.
I think once people get guns, they go, I'm the strongest I'll ever have to be.
Pew pew. And the nuke comes down.
God damn. We've been talking for over like...
That's not including the one part
Yeah.
where...
It's like we're at 2 hours now.
Damn.
Probably
like
it's
muted and farted.
probably going to be around like an hour 45.
Alright. Oh.
Ready to end it?
I mean, if you guys want to keep talking, I'm down.
Alright.
Alright.
I gotta...
Any other topics you had on your sheet? Or are we going to keep talking about gladiators?
Why don't you talk about Biden or whatever? The shit he was doing?
Oh. Like, I'm not into politics. I kind of just hate everyone. But...
Just want to clarify that real quick.
It's like I saw this article about Biden, like, just dismissing the fact that there's a genocide going on in China. It's like...
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Like, every big person now can't, because half of the money a lot of big media companies get are from China.
Yeah,
because China owns a lot of the media.
You hear he gave them access to our, like, power grid or something?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't get that.
They could just shut it off whenever they want.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's cheap. You know Huawei? It's a type of phone company. They sell iPhones too, but for half the price. And then it was exposed that they're putting microchips in that can record everything you say or do on your phone and brings it to the Chinese government. And then people were like, it's cheaper though. Like, people are just fucking idiots.
Oh yeah.
And then they just go, cheaper, better. And then fucking, like, Blizzard, the people that do World of Warcraft and, like, Overwatch and all that shit, they're owned by a Chinese company. And they banned people for speaking out against China. But, you know, gamers will be gamers.
The most oppressed race of all. Gamers.
Gamers rises.
Yeah, it just flies out of the building.
A last shot.
Yeah, and then it's just like, people don't realize, like, people think that, like, the world is civilized now. Because they live in America and think everywhere is like America. It's not.
No.
There's still slaves in, like, Libya and shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's still, what is it? They call it the Democratic Republic of China. It's not a democracy.
It's a communist country.
It's a communist dictatorship. I don't care if there's voting. When you're forced to vote for one guy, it's
vote
not,
for me?
Yeah, isn't that what Putin did?
Yeah.
What is it? There was one guy running against him and he had him arrested.
Yeah. I mean, but we're not allowed to criticize other places because cops shoot people here. It's like, we it the best. Like, we're not the greatest country, but we have it pretty good here.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of things.
What is it? I saw this one thing. The White House now, they told reporters to put in their questions beforehand.
Yes, to vet the kind of questions you can get.
Yeah.
It's censorship.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the point of journalism, is...
Getting details.
Yeah.
And what is it? That new bill that they're going to pass with all the buybacks for assault rifles, there's going to be bloodshed. People aren't going to give up their guns. I mean, I don't own any. And
They shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make it... We're supposed to be able to have a well-regulated militia. And people go, that's what an army is. No, a non-state-run militia. Like, I should be able to just get my boys together and have a militia ready to fight the government if they decide to be a tyranny.
Yeah.
Like, that's what a militia is. That's what we did. What is it? Remember, like, when the state government was like, all right, no more tax, no more whiskey. And then a bunch of farmers got together and said, nope. And they're like, okay.
Prohibition? When they turned furniture into alcohol?
Yeah. And then they're like, fine. Have your booze.
Like, stop drinking chairs.
Wasn't there a thing on, like, Facebook? I think it was Facebook, but, like, some group of, like, people called themselves, like, the Michigan Militia during, like, COVID.
Oh, yeah, they were
got, like, locked up.
Yeah, they were
going to
kidnap,
They were going to, like, a bunch
Whitmer.
of people just, like, went to, like, Walmart or something and, like, met and talked.
Well, that's the
And
thing.
they, like, said they were going to kidnap her.
That's the thing, though, like, Facebook groups, like, you can say, like, yeah, there's, like, 1 million people on this Facebook group, like, saying they're militia, and it's like, until you get people that are willing to do shit, it's nothing.
The only Facebook group I support is the creation of the Leviathan god. Have you seen that? Lobsters, right? Lobsters do not die of old age or illness. They only die when their shell gets too big, or they get too big to molt their shell. So that
Giving it a bigger shell.
Yeah. Well, no, they grow the shell. They just need help getting out of it. So this
Like,
group
no,
wants
bro, I'm
to.
stuck.
This group wants to take a lobster and over many generations remove it, help it
Create a
molt.
Leviathan.
Yeah, create the new Leviathan god, and I'm all for that. Cause what the fuck is a nuke gonna do against a mega lobster? It's like, you may have warheads. We have Chuck, the lobster.
Imagine you're a Japanese man in a submarine trying to spy on the Americans.
Lobster.
And then a lobster just clops your submarine in half.
You'll
And then you
explode
just-
from the pressure under.
You just see a seal on top of it riding like a horse.
These dudes
Not
really
Navy
about
SEAL,
to
not
believe
SEAL.
in a Red Lobster mascot.
I mean, he invented Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I'm gonna say no to that. I mean, Olive Garden's good, but you're gonna believe in a giant chicken Alfredo
A giant,
monster from
a giant
space?
breadstick.
But honestly, you know how fucking cool that would be?
Yeah, that's the type of shit fucking people should support.
I mean, like, we're only going to be able to keep it from molting until it gets big enough to, like, start attacking the people trying to get the shell off.
well, it's like people act like things are impossible to do now. When if you look back in history, it's been done pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you just decide to do something, you can do a lot. But a lot of people aren't fully invested in doing things. Like, people could have stormed Area 51 and gotten in and figured out what was in there. But people were pussies, and only 1,000 showed up. And of that 1,000, like 5 tried to jump the fence.
Yeah.
Did anyone die?
No.
No,
Half
a lot
of
of them got arrested.
Yeah, they were all. Most of them were just like gamers. They were just cringe.
fat neckbeards trying to hop a fence. Half of them couldn't get up like a foot.
Then he got tased to the ground or something. You know, there was that one guy. He's like, goes up to the Area 51 guard, and he's like, "Do you watch Rick and Morty?" He goes, "Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck away from me!"
Just grabs a syringe filled with like Mountain Dew or Rockstar energy drink. And
Puts it into the guard's neck. Goes,
Code red.
He goes, "Gamer concoction," and the guy just dies instantly.
Guys
The
explodes.
dude just gains 100 pounds and then just grows.
His gun expands
He's got
and
Cheeto
air grows
dust.
from his neck.
He's like the Scarecrow from the Arkham games. He's got the glove with the needles.
You're a gamer now.
Yeah. He goes, "This is the gamer toxin." He's just injecting all the guards, turning them into fucking nerds. Let's do that. Let's make the gamer
generals
gun.
there.
What?
The generals there. He's turning them back just with his masculinity.
Just like Jurassic Park, how they're selling dinosaurs, just like a helicopter
We're
drops in
selling
and
gamers.
We're just selling gamers. A cage opens up, a bunch of gamers and like furries run out.
They
and
go,
start
where's the
blowing-
Doritos? They start slowly walking because they're fat.
Just like sumos stumbling.
Yeah, it's pretty much like half the people that showed up. They're like, let's storm it. Tries to run for it. Takes 4 steps forward.
No, yeah, if a million people showed up, could have stormed.
Oh, yeah.
It's either the largest genocide in American or like a
Or we all get spaceships.
or we all figure out what's in there. It's real easy to like. People assign power to the government, and that's what government is us assigning power to a group of people. If we decide to no longer assign that power to them, they have no power over us. But people would rather live comfortably, which is a very admirable thing, but, you know, don't ask for one thing while doing another.
Yeah.
I want
Okay,
to
now.
know if Elf is real or not.
And it's like, the government was just meant to do things that the people didn't want to do. It was to regulate things that the people themselves couldn't govern. We were supposed to govern ourselves. Alright, guys, I knew the rant was boring, but...
Sorry, Mark was texting the group chat.
Was he like, you guys want to go snowboarding?
Nah, Alan put in the chat, he's like, what are we doing tomorrow? And Mark's like, I don't care.
Oh.
And Alan just put, like, an ellipses. Yeah, dog?
Just keep talking.
That's an ellipses.
The 3 dots, like the drama dots.
Well, I mean, that's what everyone always does. If they want to hang out, they just go, so, we bopping today?
Mm-hmm.
And then, no is when nobody answers.
Yeah.
ASMR.
And then everything, and then if there is something happening, you respond, I don't know. And then everyone just goes, well, I mean,
Or
we can hang out somewhere.
Someone just puts in a meme.
Yeah, everyone just starts shit posting. Like
I
we did
have
the
so
other
much
day.
gold now.
Reddit gold? You a gamer?
Kill yourself.
Suicide's not a joke.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, just if you take one thing from this podcast, you only, if you decide to do something, you have the power to do it, but you gotta devote time and effort.
Contact our business email if you want to join our militia. Did I just put us on a watch list?
I mean, we're criminally stupid. If we're
Yeah, it
not-
kind of runs with it's with the shtick.
It's with the brand.
Yeah, like we get arrested, it works. Stop being sheeple.
Don't just believe what people tell you. I mean, obviously, don't believe things that aren't real just to do the opposite. Like, but don't believe everything you hear.
Believe in yourself.
So to the 4 viewers out there, screech into the
Stay
microphone.
gaming.
Stay gaming.
You ready?
Yep.
You gotta say goodbye.
Oh yeah. This has been Criminally Stupid. Thanks for watching. Follow the Instagram and the Twitter. It's criminally.stupid. Signing out. Gamer time.